Good evening and welcome to Ray Skillman Stadium for tonight's conference rivalry game between number 3 Center Grove and number 1 Carmel. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Ted Kitchell. Ted, tonight it doesn't get any bigger than this, 1 versus 3, and of course Carmel, the state defending champ.
Yeah, it's an early arriving crowd. Obviously the crowd is extremely excited for this game, but it should be a great one. I mean, Kevin Wright has done a tremendous job at Carmel. He took them 14-1 last year. They won a state title, were very, very dominant, and the only team they had trouble with was Center Grove, and Center Grove gave them a real battle, and Carmel was lucky to come out on top in the semi-state.
Ted, in the pre-conference, Center Grove looked very, very, very good, especially offensively, putting up 50-some points a game.
Yeah, I would think it would be very concerning to Carmel. Once they started blocking last week in the second half, Center Grove was very dominant. They were very dominant in the first week. Nobody's really been able to stop them. Carmel's always taken a lot of pride in their defense. They've got a lot of little or quick guys on defense. They don't have many 200-pounders, but I would guess that they will come out tonight and make Center Grove pound that ball up the middle.
Ted, it's been 10 years since the Trojans have defeated Carmel here at Ray Skillman Stadium. It's going to be a big crowd tonight. I know the red and white's going to be out in force tonight.
Well, it's just a great rivalry. These are two of the best teams in the state, obviously the MIC Conference. But Carmel, coming off a state championship, Kevin Wright has had great success against Eric Moore. He knows what Eric Moore wants to do. Eric Moore knows what Kevin Wright likes to do. Should be a great battle between two great high school football teams.
Tonight it's number 3, Center Grove, hosting number 1, Carmel. We'll have more after this timeout.
Whether you are looking for a low-maintenance community in a luxurious wooded setting such as Sycamore Ridge, the breathtaking views and rolling landscapes of Kensington Grove, the gently rolling hills and convenience of Calvert Farms, the intimate luxury setting of Claiborne, site of the 2006 Homerama, or the private gated communities of Persimmon Woods or Whitetail Woods, Duke Homes has a community to fit your needs. For information about all that Duke Homes and Duke Communities have to offer, visit dukehomes.com.
Welcome back to Center Grove Football. I'm Kevin Conrad, now joined by the head coach of the Trojans, Eric Moore. Coach, first of all, congratulations. Off to a great start, 2-0. Preseason went very, very well for the Trojans.
Yeah, it's been an exciting year so far. 2 weeks, 2 wins. Stems from a great summer program and fantastic training camp, and now we get off the boat and run hard, and you get 2 wins. And going to Lucas Oil, and the kids getting to play in front of a big crowd in Lucas Oil late at night, very hot. Got to experience a little bit of adversity there, so we're really proud of what we've accomplished so far, but now we're ready to continue and get into the meat of the season.
I'll say, Coach, in that Whiteland game, second half, I think the off-season training does help the conditioning. You guys were still going strong, and I felt like Whiteland just really got tired in the second half. Yeah,
you could tell there was a difference. A couple of their kids are having to play a lot more reps than they probably used to, and the fact that we are used to going hard, during 2 days in the heat. It sort of, played in right with what we were doing. I think both teams, though, suffer a little bit of sharpness because you get there so late and it's 9:30 before you get started. And what people don't realize, these kids get up at 5:30, 5:45 to get ready to go to school. They sit in school all day and they're expected to do work. And they come and wait after school. And then that particular night we had to wait, we didn't even leave till 6 o'clock. And then you're almost an hour waiting on the game to start. So there was a lot of waiting. It's fun when the game starts, but a lot of waiting until then. It sort of takes the luster off of it, and it can affect you as the night goes on.
Coach, tonight Center Grove hosting Carmel. It's obviously a rivalry game, a great one at that, and I know we have a lot of media here tonight, a lot of helicopters here, and a big crowd, but I know it's been a lot of work for you and your team preparing for tonight's game.
Yeah, we're excited. If it gets bad in the first half like it did last year, I hope one of those helicopters lands right on the field and they stop. We're anticipating obviously a large crowd, but we're even more anticipating a great football game, and we feel like our team is much improved from last year, the first time we played them. As you can see in the semi-state game, it was a much closer game, and they beat us basically on the last play of the game. Whereas tonight we feel like we're much more better prepared for them to start the season and start the MIC conference off. They are a very good team, however, and you never know what you're going to get. Kevin Wright does a great job with the offense there, and if you're going to get pro, spread, gun, option, 2 backs, 3 backs, 1 back, no back, so it's going to be a test for the defense. But it all comes down to tackling. It doesn't matter where they start; it's where they end, and you got to know your assignment and get them on the ground. And as far as offense goes, They lost some really good football players, Carmel did last year, and they've replaced them with some really good football players. So they don't really lose much slack there, but they're very, very aggressive on defense, and they run really well. And like always, Carmel does a great job at tackling you. One guy can bring you down. We got to have some situations tonight where our speed backs get in the open field and make some plays. And I'm not asking them to score from 40 and 50 or 60 yards away. I'm just asking them to get first downs. If you got a hole, go get us a first down. That keeps their offense off the field for another 2.5 minutes. So moving the chains is the theme tonight. Move the chains and punch it in when we have to.
Coach, another key aspect maybe tonight could be special teams. And I think Ben Wheeler's off to a great start, kicking the ball, yet to punt. First 2 games, such great offense, you haven't had to punt the ball. But I think special teams, as far as field position, could play a big part tonight.
Yeah, we find ourselves in practice working on a lot of reps in special teams, and especially the punt team. Since we haven't punted yet this year, it's a little difficult to see what's going on there. Your big scares will Ben catch the snap. He's a soccer kid, and he doesn't have a lot of experience catching footballs. As you know, it's not the easy thing. So that's going to be a test. The kickoff team hopefully will be kicking off a few times, and we'll put them to work. But just because the number of athletes that you have to have on the field to play good special teams is what makes it hard for high school teams to compete. And the guys that can compete really well in special teams have a huge advantage. So yeah, we're looking. We know our leg strength with Ben will be good tonight, but we got to get out there and spread the field and tackle.
Coach, final question. Here's my stat of the week. Center Grove 2-0 against Carmel on August 31st. Go back to 2007. I think 2001 we beat him up at Carmel. And I know Coach Luna's birthday, I think, is today. What a great birthday for him today to get a win.
Oh, happy birthday. But I'll take a copper kettle with cake and candles any day, man. I thought I'd heard that. I'm glad it's coming for you. You're more of a professional stat guy, so I believe it now.
Coach, good luck tonight. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, happy birthday to Coach DeLuna, and go Trojans.
Go south and save during Truck Month at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck. Get discounts and rebates up to $13,000 on new Sierra truck. Or drive a new Sierra Z71 4x4 with PowerTech package for only $199 a month. Drive a new Terrain as low as $249 a month. Or a new Acadia, only $249 a month. Or get 0% financing up to 72 months. With over 600 new GMC trucks available, it's time to go pro at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck.
And now a word from your friends from Floors to Go.
This is Joe Trester with Floors to Go here in Greenwood, Indiana. The store has been in business since 1976. We have a new building that has state-of-the-art products: carpet, hardwood, laminate floors, vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, porcelain, bamboo.
The new Floors to Go has more room, more flooring products, and more deals per square foot.
Stay tuned for more from Floors to Go.
Welcome back to Ray Skillman Stadium for tonight's conference opener between number 3 Center Grove and number 1 Carmel. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Ted Kitchell. And Ted, we have a capacity crowd tonight for the Copper Kettle game. You look all around, this place seats 5,000. It's standing room only.
Well, it should be a great football game. You got 2 great programs, 2 great coaches that have had tremendous amount of success. They've built great programs. Carmel obviously, has done it under 2 or 3 different people, Moriarty and now Kevin Wright. Eric Moore has really done most of the job down here in Center Grove, but it should be a fantastic football game tonight.
The head coach of the Trojans, Eric Moore, now in his 14th year at Center Grove. Under Coach Moore, of course, state champs back in 2008 against Carmel. And under Coach Moore, 3 conference titles in the mix. And Coach Moore against Carmel all time, he is 6-9. That dates back to 1999. The Center Grove Trojans 2-0 on the season, wins over Perry, Meridian, and Whiteland. And this week, Ted, in the Class 5A state poll, Center Grove has moved up to number 3 in the coaches poll, number 4 in the AP poll, and number 6 in the computer rankings in Class 5A. And Ted, how about the impact players tonight for Center Grove?
For Center Grove, I still think you got to look at that they need to defensively. They need to really control the defensive line. You're talking about Drew Ponder, and Drew Hayden. They've got to really do a job up front. Carmel's got some really big offensive linemen up front, so they need to control things, and because Carmel likes to do a lot of things with their offense. Also, offensively, I think it's most important that Center Grove gets outside with Hudson and able to run the football, because it's been very difficult for them against Carmel to get outside. They've gotten most of their yards up the middle.
Here are the Center Grove Trojans. Center Grove in the home red jerseys, white pants, running onto the football field. We're moments away before the start of tonight's game between number 1, Carmel, the state defending champ in Class 5A, and number 3, Center Grove. For the Carmel Greyhounds, third-year head coach Kevin Wright, the course state champs last year, defeated Center Grove in the Final Four, 21-17. Coach Wright 3-0 against Center Grove since taking over the reins at Carmel. For the Greyhounds, 2-0 on the season, wins over Columbus North and Valparaiso. Again, number 1 in the AP and coaches poll this week in 5A, and third in the computer rankings in 5A. Ted, how about Carmel's playmakers tonight?
Well, I think as you look at Carmel, first of all, offensively, at left guard, they've got a big boy, number 76, Ross Brennan. He comes in at 6'1", 275. He really gets things started for them. Also, you need to look at their quarterback. Does great things for Carmel. He's Brandon Luger. I mean, he runs a lot. He can throw the football. They're a team that's very balanced. They run and throw about the same amount. And then defensively, keep your eye on number 45, John Kinney. He's a kid that's outstanding for Carmel, and he'll be an Iowa Hawkeye next year.
Center Grove against Carmel, the all-time series. Center Grove has won 6. Carmel has won 10. Carmel's won 4 straight. The last time the Trojans defeated the Greyhounds was back in the state championship in 2008. And the last time the Trojans won here at Ray Skillman Stadium was 10 years ago, 2002, 42-10. And Ted, here's my stat of the week. Center Grove 2-0 against Carmel on August 31st, winning back in 07 and 01. And, of course, today is Coach DeLuna's birthday. We know he turned 41 today. What a great gift it would be to give him a Trojan victory tonight. Center Grove will kick off to begin the Copper Kettle game. Ben Wheeler's kick is high, deep, and it will go to the end zone touchback. The officials for tonight's ballgame, the referee is Gary Hamilton, umpire Paul Beam, head linesman Roger Brewer, line judge Larry Sanders, and Ron James is the back judge. Carmel Greyhounds in the road white uniforms, gold helmets trimmed in royal blue. Starting quarterback tonight for the Carmel Greyhounds, Brandon Luger, a senior at 6'1", 180 pounds. Ted, they go quickly to the spread offense.
Yeah, they've been very good in it, and they've been very good at it with a quarterback who really makes a lot of reads. You can see Perkins, one of their better athletes, able to get outside and gain about 13 yards.
Perkins breaks away from several tackles and picks up the first down. Chris Perkins, a sophomore at 5'9", 185 pounds.
Jack Thompson really is the guy, number 34, is their meat and potatoes. He's the guy that they give the ball to a majority of the time, but Chris Perkins is a guy who averages a lot of yards when he gets his hands on the ball.
13 yards on the carry. Fullback running the football, gets a half yard. Jack Thompson, he's their leading fullback. He's a senior at 6'1", 190 pounds. He is their leading rusher up to this season.
You can see Carmel, they run a hurry-up offense. I mean, they get their plays from the sidelines. They do not waste much time, and defensively, you've got to be ready to go.
First pass play to that far sideline. It is a completed pass, Luger.
And those are the type of things they like to do. Luger likes to throw the football. They're a team that I think completed 20 of 26 last week, so they're very efficient throwing the football, yet they're only going to throw the 6-7 yard outs. They do not go downfield very often.
Baldwin with the reception brings up third and a long 4 yards for the Carmel Greyhounds. A big defensive play right off the bat here for the Center Grove Trojans. Football just across the 40 at the 41. Shotgun formation. Luger passes incomplete. The Center Grove defense holds The Carmel Greyhounds have struggled this season in the first quarter, have yet to score any points in the first quarter in the previous 2 games.
Yeah, they basically scored all their points in the middle 2 quarters, the second and third quarters. They have not been very productive in the first and fourth quarters. But very important for Center Grove. Their defense struggled a little bit the last two games. The only time they did struggle in those games were early. Whiteland drove the ball 80 yards on them, scored a touchdown the first possession. So very good, to see Center Grove have Carmel punt on the first possession.
Adam Kramer to punt this one away for the Carmel Greyhounds. He is
shanked
averaging
it.
35 yards a punt, and this one is short, and it takes a Center Grove bounce. It'll be spotted at the Carmel 42-yard line.
2-yard punt. Yeah, 1-yard punt.
1-yard punt for Adam Kramer. Again, the Carmel Greyhounds have struggled with special teams here early in the season. They had a blocked field goal last week, missed a field goal, and they've had some difficulties with their snaps on the punts. And this one goes for 1 yard. Great field position for the Center Grove Trojans. Luke Calvert, junior quarterback, under center.
And that's one place Carmel usually thrives, because they have so many kids. They got almost 5,000 kids at that school. They find usually somebody that can kick the football, things like that, very efficient at it, and they're struggling this year.
Logan Hudson in motion. Handoff goes to Lane Morris, the junior fullback. Gets it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, I think you're going to have to run it up the middle. That's where Carmel very good at taking away the edges. They do not like Center Grove and they obviously know about Max Norris. They know about Hudson, their speed on the outside. They're not a very big defensive team. They've only got 3 guys that weigh in at over 200 pounds. So not a very big, but a very quick and a very smart team.
2nd and 7 for the Trojans at the Carmel 39. Play action. Calvert down the middle of the football field, throws an interception. He overthrew the big fella, Nate Wozniak, and it is picked off by the Carmel Greyhounds. So 2nd interception of the season for Calvert's.
Well, it's a misread either by one or the other, because Wozniak quit running, and his quarterback threw it up thinking he's going to continue to run. I mean, as a receiver, you can't stop on your route. You've got to continue to run through the route.
Center Grove's defense back out on the field. Starting tonight defensively for the Trojans. Up front, Drew Ponder, Drew Hayden. Defensive ends, Dylan Dallas, along with Damian Stone. Linebackers, Keegan McFatridge, Caleb Kelsheimer, and Keith Sears. Running play to that far side. Good yardage for the Greyhounds. And the secondary, Mario Swan, Eddie Brickley, Alex Ackerman, and Josh Piper. 5-yard pickup.
Well, in Carmel, in big games like this, turnovers are so important. So, that's a big boost for them to get the ball back right there. As 34 gets the ball. Good job by Center Grove, really closing to the football defensively.
The previous play was a 5-yard pass to that far sideline. This one is a running play. Jack Thompson, their senior fullback, is met by a host of Center Grove red jerseys, led by Dylan Dallas, Drew Hayden, and Drew Ponder. No yards on the play, brings up 3rd and 5 for Carmel.
Yeah, it's very difficult playing corner or defensive or safety here, because Carmel throws a lot of 5-yard and outs, and all of a sudden you come up and try to take that away, and they're going to throw it long on you. Here Luger they get it to their back.
Luger goes underneath, screen pass, 1st down. They go to Thompson out of the backfield. Gets out of bounds near midfield.
Yeah, you can see if you look at their stats, they complete a lot of passes. Like I said, I think they were 20 of 26 last week, yet they only average about 6 or 7 yards a pass. So it's a lot of little dump-off passes, but as soon as they read you, their offense has so much to do with reading, whether it be running the football or passing. As soon as you come up and try to take that away, they're going to pump fake you, and they're going to go long.
New set of downs from the Carmel 49. Running play, Luger.
That play kills us every
20,
year.
10, 5.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for Luger. Yes, it is a touchdown.
I mean, it's that same play where the quarterback goes in, he fakes the dive, and he's reading the defensive end. And that play, since I've been doing this webcast, Carmel has run that more efficiently. And Kevin Wright ran it great when he was at Warren Central, the same type of thing. He had the great athlete who played quarterback for him, ended up going to Purdue. I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, he did the same type of things. But you have, as a defensive end, your assignment is to take that quarterback. You have got to take the quarterback, and you have got to hit him every time.
Billy Stumbo to attempt the PAT kick. It is right down the middle, and it's an early 7-0 lead for the Carmel Greyhounds. 9:06 left to play here in the opening quarter. A 51-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Luger.
Yeah, Rick just wrote it on his little pad. It was Desmond Tardy. And if you remember when he played at Warren Central, he was a quarterback, and he was like a fourth running back there. But he would fake that into the middle. He had over 250 or 300 yards in the first half that year in the state final game. I mean, they were ahead 50-0. They were so dominant. But it's the same type of play. And Rick and I talked about it before the game tonight. It's just a play that it's assignment football. It's like when you used to watch Oklahoma, Nebraska, when they'd run the wishbone. I mean, somebody every time has to hit the quarterback. Somebody every time has to hit the fullback. You have got to take those guys, and you've got to run your assignments. And when you miss your assignments, you end up giving up 60-yard touchdowns.
For the Greyhounds, 4 plays. 2 passing, 2 running on that drive. Moving the ball 68 yards in only 54 seconds. Again, Luger, the quarterback, on a 51-yard touchdown run, putting Carmel in front early, 7-0. That's the first points by the Carmel Greyhounds in the first quarter this season.
Center Grove should have a chance to return this football. It's into a little bit of a breeze. It's not a huge breeze, but there's enough of a breeze where I doubt that he'll get this to the end zone.
Adam Kramer, the kicker for the Carmel Greyhounds, and it's going to be from the 1-yard line. Max Norris gets it up to the 20 and tripped up. Falls forward to the 21-yard line. 19-yard return for the sophomore sensation, Max Norris. .9:01 left to play here in the opening quarter at Ray Skillman Stadium. Carmel 7, Center Grove 0. Trojans' first offensive possession ended in an interception. Race Johnson, senior safety, was one that got the interception for the Greyhounds. Running play here to the near side. Max Norris picks up good yardage on first down.
Well, as where we said, it looked like there was a pretty good hole there for him to get through, but the one thing Carmel did not allow is they're not going to allow you to get outside of their defense. Their corner came up, made him turn, and then he got help from the inside, and that's the thing that we've talked about at the start of this year. You've got to turn those people in so you can get help. You let them get out around the edge, and there's not much help out on the sidelines.
2nd and 4, ball at the Trojan 27-yard line. In the backfield, Max Norris spins away from a few tacklers and finally brought down out of bounds.
It was a good run, but just good pursuit by Carmel. I've been very impressed with Carmel over the last 2 or 3 years. They don't always have a lot of huge names defensively, but they have kids who are very intelligent. They really understand the schemes that they're trying to play with. They understand their assignments, and they're just an absolute very good defensive football team.
John Kinney and Race Johnson on the tackle. Lane Morris off right tackle. Powers very close to a first down. It was 3rd and a long 3.
Wow.
And it appears from here, Ted, it will be a 4th and short situation. Let's see if Coach Moore will go for it or not. He is arguing the call
mark.
here on the
he's
near
arguing
side.
The mark, not
yes.
the call.
No, the mark.
Yeah, he thinks that and I thought he kind of got a bad mark also. I thought that it looked like he got a first down. Boy, this is tough sledding right here. I mean, if you don't pick this up, you're probably going to put points on the board for Carmel. So your offensive line has got to knock people back right here.
Center Grove going for it on 4th and inches. Hand off to Lane Morris. I think he got it, but not by much.
He did.
He just got it on the other side of the first down marker.
Interesting on if you watch the Carmel offense, if you sit right on their line of scrimmage, you can see that they basically sit about a yard and a half back from the ball, and that's something that was brought in by Moriarty, right?
Yes.
And that basically, they're more of a read defense. But on 4th and 1, you would think they would move right up, but they didn't. They still played that same defense, and it gave the offensive line a little bit of a time to pick up that important yard.
Ball at the Trojan 32-yard line. Sweep play here to the near side. Connor Stapleton for the first time tonight gets down the sideline. Midfield, 40,
gone,
30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Stapleton.
If you don't get them turned in, there's not any help on the sidelines, and they're going to run down that sideline, and Stapleton did right there. And Carmel let him get outside their edge, and nothing but green grass in front of him after that.
68-yard touchdown run for Connor Stapleton. He's a senior. And Center Grove within one, 7-6 of Carmel. 6:44 left to play, first quarter.
Wow, does momentum change fast? I mean, Center Grove gets them to punt. They kick a 1 yard. It looks good. Then they turn it over. They run 50 yards for a touchdown. Their Daubers are down a little bit. They pick up a 4th and 1, and the next play they go 60 yards for a touchdown.
Third touchdown of the year for Connor Stapleton. The PAT kick is good. And Ted, that is the longest touchdown from scrimmage this season for the Trojans. Logan Hudson had a 67-yard touchdown run previously, and that one goes for 68.
Well, the Carmel coaches will not be happy because they had plenty of guys in pursuit. They had 4 guys that looked like were going to make the tackle, and all of a sudden, he just kind of slipped off of them, and there was no help behind, and he just outran the defenders all the way to the end zone.
Tonight's game brought to you by Winterwood Mortgage, your hometown mortgage company supporting your hometown Trojans. Call today, 800-888-1135, or online at winterwood.net. On the drive, 5 plays, all running for the Trojans, moving the ball 80 yards in 2 minutes, 17 seconds against Stapleton on a 68-yard touchdown run to tie this game at 7 apiece. Give a lot of credit starting up front on the offensive line tonight for the Trojans. No changes. Alex Woods, Nathan Croney, Logan Battle, Sam Hayes, Mitch McKee. Also, you talk about the tight end, Nate Wozniak, a great blocker up front. A lot of great blocking to spring Stapleton for that 68-yard touchdown run. And great job by Ben Wheeler. Touchback, kicked it to the end zone. Offensively tonight for the Carmel Greyhounds. Up front, Chastain, Sinclair, Holman, Ross, Miller. The tight end is Joey Scott. The slot back again, Chris Perkins. He has a lot of speed. We've already seen that. Jack Thompson, the fullback. The receivers, Austin Roberts, Thomas Baldwin. Again, Brandon Luger, the quarterback. Tied at 7 apiece. Fullback up the middle, gets a couple of yards. Jack Thompson with the carry. Dylan Dallas gets credit for the tackle for the Center Grove Trojans. Shotgun formation. Again to the fullback. He is hit at the scrimmage line. Maybe a half yard, and that's it.
When I watch Carmel's offense, I always feel like they're thinking about 2 or 3 plays in advance. I mean, some of the plays they run, they're trying to set you up for a play they want to run 2 or 3 plays down the road. And sometimes, I think they're very efficient at doing that.
3rd and 8 for the Carmel Greyhounds. From the gun, Luger sets, fires, and it is incomplete. 4th down. Jason Baldridge, junior receiver, the intended receiver, and he threw it too low. Second time tonight, Carmel will punt. The first one resulted in a 1-yard punt for Adam Kramer.
Well, the Center Grove receivers are way too deep right there. They need to come up to about the 50. They're standing on the 35. I mean, he's kicking into a little breeze, and I know that he's got a bigger foot than he showed the first time when he had a one-yard kick.
Yeah, he's averaging 35 yards per punt coming into tonight's game. Obviously, the 1-yard punt will bring that down quite a bit. Not a bad punt. And they will let it drop.
Catch that.
They let it drop. Kyle Buchanan came up and just let it drop. He should have called for a fair catch and caught it in the air.
Yeah, he should have, but it didn't hurt him too bad. I mean, it hit on the 40, and they're going to get it at the 32. But still, I mean, if you catch that ball, it saves you almost 10 yards. You just have to have the confidence and know that you can do it. And, right there, it looked like he was going to catch it, and at the last second, he backed off. Flag on the play.
Defensively tonight for the Greyhounds, Schmalley, Sinar, and Rowe on the defensive line. The linebackers, Kenny going to Iowa, Sondals, Murdoch, Sinnis, and in the secondary, Buskirk, Woods, Johnson, and Davis. This penalty going against the Center Grove Trojans. What was the call, Ted?
Holding. They just added on to the kick. So, we were talking about they should have caught it at the 40. Now we're going to start back at the 21. So, 20 yards right there, and that 20 yards usually not easy to pick up against Carmel.
1st and 10 from the 22. Outside is Max Norris. A big wall of Carmel defenders. They play it well. Max, though, still picks up some pretty good yardage. Looks like Norris will get 5 yards on the carry. Max Norris, 284 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns. 78 is his long. Running play to the other side of the field. This is Logan Hudson, and he is chopped down.
Yeah, he's not had a lot of success against Carmel. Last year, I noticed in the semi-state game, he had a lot of success early on, but he only had like 15 yards. Looks like we have an injury for Carmel, number 19, Michael McMahon, or McMahon, or whatever that might be. Looked like he might have sprained an ankle.
And I should make a correction. Stapleton's 68-yard touchdown run is the second longest from scrimmage, and Max Norris in week 1 against Perry had one for 78 yards. Of course, Norris 4 touchdowns against the Falcons. Center Grove faced with 3rd and 6. Calvert, he wants to pass. He has Buchanan here on the sideline, and it is complete. First down. Kyle Buchanan, the senior, another big reception, 21 yards on the catch. He had one in week 1 for 43, last week for 23, and this one a big first down, 21 yards.
That was a well-thrown football. He put it right out there where only his receiver could catch it. It was really played pretty well by number 46, Race Johnson, just a second late, not able to get there in time for Carmel.
Ball at the Trojan 47. Logan Hudson sprints to the right side, turns it up, and picks up 4 yards on the play. Last week we saw Hudson a few times try to sprint it to the outside, and Ted, last week against Whiteley, he had quite a bit of success when he turned it up.
Yeah, he seemed to have more success in the second half where he would start running wide and then he would cut back. He would cut back over his guard or center, and he picked up a lot of big gains and really kind of opened things up for the Center Grove offense.
2nd and 5. Ball at the Carmel 48. 3.5 minutes to play first quarter. 7-7 tie. The counter crisscross. Stapleton coming here to the near side. He gets outside to the 45, 40. Stiff arms, 30-yard line. 18 yards for the senior, Connor Stapleton. Great blocking by Max Norris here on the edge.
Well, good blocking by Center Grove up front. We've talked about their offensive line, Crone and Woods and those guys up front. They don't get a lot of, their names mentioned that much, but they do an outstanding job. If you're going to run the wing T and run it efficiently, you've got to be blocking up front. Plus, your backs have got to be blocking. Max Norris is an outstanding runner with great speed, but he's a great blocker also.
1st and 10, new set of downs at the Carmel 30-yard line. Calvert, handoff, goes to Lane Morris to the 20. Gets it outside, 25, spins, still on the carry. He is just short of the 10. 18 yards for Lane Morris.
Yeah, you can see another really big hole right there, and Center Grove really in a good rhythm. But the one thing with this wing T offense, when they get in a really good rhythm, boy, if you're the quarterback, you want to get that play and get them back up to the offensive line. Keep it going, because when they get in a rhythm, it seems like the defense has a hard time stopping them.
1st and 10 at the Carmel 12-yard line. Calvert under center.
Fumble.
He mishandles the snap.
He
he
picked
gets
it up.
the handoff to Norris. He's to the 5.
Touchdown.
He's in there.
He's in there. He was in there. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Touchdown. The back official finally made it official with the touchdown. A 12-yard run by the sophomore sensation, Max the Rocket Norris. Makes it now 13-7 Trojans.
And the people at home wondering, we were calling fumble. Quarterback number 7, he fumbled it. And Max Norris, who's in the backfield, just picked it up on one bounce, able to run it to the end zone, and he kind of gave it that Reggie Bush where he kind of sticks the ball over the pylon. and he's able to get it across there for a touchdown.
Extra point is good by Ben Wheeler, and Center Grove has its first lead of the ball game, 14-7 over number 1 and state defending champ Carmel. It's 14-7, 2:52 left to play here in the first quarter, and for Max Norris, now 6 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, Luke Calvert just kind of mishandled that football. It looked like he was going to hand it off, but wasn't able to get it. But Max Norris, you know, we talked about what a great blocker he is. We know what a great runner he is. I mean, he's obviously a heads up. He's a very good football player. He's heads up. He picked that ball up, ran to the left corner, and got 6 points for the Trojans.
Ted on the drive for Center Grove, 7 plays, 6 running plays, 1 passing. Moving the ball 78 yards in 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Max Norris, 12-yard touchdown run, putting the Trojans in front, 14-7, 2:52 to play in the opening quarter here at Ray Skillman Stadium. And, of course, the big play, Calvert to Buchanan, a 22-yard pass on 3rd and 6. So far, Ben Wheeler has been perfect on his kicks to the end zone. He is 2 for 2. Let's see what he can come up with here on his 3rd kick. It's high, and I think this one, yep, it's in the end zone. Just a yard deep. So 3 for 3.
We haven't mentioned number 88. He's one of the return guys, gentleman by the name of Austin Roberts, their number 1 receiver. His father is the receiving coach for your Indianapolis Colts, Alfredo Roberts. He played at the U down in Miami, and now he's the wide receiver coach for the Indianapolis Colts. And obviously when he moved here, he moved to Carmel, and his son wears number 88 for the Carmel Greyhounds.
Brandon Luger, shotgun formation. Again, looking to the sideline. They will do hand signals from the sideline. They communicate the play to the offense. Handoff, trying to get outside as the fullback, and we have a holding going to be called against Carmel. A good run by Jack Thompson to the outside, but it will be negated by a holding play in the backfield. That's going to be Joe Scott in the backfield, called for holding.
Yeah, it was definitely holding, and that's what really got him moving right there. And he's able to turn the corner, get the edge on the right side, and got about a 30-yard gain. That'll be brought back. Again, we heard that Carmel against Valpo had some trouble with their snaps. They play out of the shotgun all the time, so it's very important to get a good snap back there. And we've seen it 2 or 3 times already here tonight where the quarterback's having to reach for that snap. And it's just one more thing that you have to think about as a quarterback if something's not going exactly right.
So a loss of 13 yards on the penalty. Luger looks like he exits out. Now it's John Lampe, junior quarterback at 6'1", 175.
Lampe more of a thrower. He's not near the runner that Luger is.
Hands it off, and a
Nothing
wall
there.
of red. Great penetration up front by the D-line.
Yeah, I would think for the Center Grove defense, they like to see when number 7's in their quarterback because he's either going to hand it off or he's going to throw it. With Luger, when he's in there, number 18, you have to worry about him running, as we already saw him go 50 yards against the Trojans here tonight. But when number 7's in there, it's one or the other.
Dimitri Wilson, 6'2", 265 junior, with the stop. Down and out. Pass is complete, but well short of a first down.
Mario Swan did an outstanding job. Didn't let the receiver get behind him, and then once they threw the football, he closed hard and put him down.
Austin Roberts with the 6-yard reception. Again, Swan with the nice tackle. Swan leads the Center Grove defense in tackles this year. Swan now 12.5 tackles on the season. Ted Long here, 3rd and 16. Lampe across the middle has a man at the first down marker. He made the catch.
You
first
got it.
down, Carmel. They knew exactly what they needed. They went right to the sticks. That's Joe Scott, a junior tight end at 6'2", making the reception.
And those are the type of plays when I talk about Carmel football and playing Kevin Wright, Morardi, whoever was the coach, their teams play very intelligent. They don't run down and stop 2 yards short of the first down. They know where the first down yardage is, and that's where they go.
Down and out, incomplete pass. Lampy looking for Roberts. 2nd and 10, ball at the Carmel 31, down to a minute 13 here in the opening quarter. 14-7, Trojans lead it. Lampy in relief now for Luger. Lampy will roll to his left on the run. Pass is complete. And the run after the catch is going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, he's about a half yard short, but well done. I mean, running against the grain right there, throwing against his body, made a nice throw.
Danny Dunn with a 9-yard reception, and Eddie Brickley, senior defensive back, with the tackle. Big play, 3rd and 1.
Still out of the shotgun.
Movement by the Trojans.
Offside. Dylan Dallas.
Dylan Dallas jumps. It'll be a first down for Carmel.
Again, intelligence. I mean, I saw Carmel's played 2 games. They've had, 8 or 9 penalties. Center Grove has had too many penalties, especially in key spots right there. I mean, here you got a chance to maybe stop them on 3rd down, and, you just give it to them.
41 seconds to play first quarter. New set of downs here for Carmel. Ball at the Greyhound 45-yard line. 14-7, Trojans lead it after trailing 7-0 early. Lampy, not a very good snap in the shotgun, and Roberts is drilled. Mario Swan with a big hit.
Well, he's drilled, but he still picked up 4 yards. I mean, it'd been nice if he could have knocked that ball away. It looked like he was there in time. And Carmel's obviously made the decision when number 7, Lampy's in there. I mean, they're going to throw the football. He obviously has a good arm, and he's their thrower. Luger is their runner. So Center Grove has to know that and be ready for it.
Down to 5 seconds here in the opening quarter. Let's see if they get it off in time or not. Down to 1 second. They do. Quick screen pass to Roberts, and Roberts, after the catch, runs for the first down, and he'll be real close to the first down marker. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see if they will give it a first down or not. They may measure. Let's see. They will say it will be a first down for Carmel. After one complete at Ray Skillman Stadium, Center Grove leads number 1 Carmel 14-7. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Whether you are looking for a low-maintenance community in a luxurious wooded setting such as Sycamore Ridge, the breathtaking views and rolling landscapes of Kensington Grove, the gently rolling hills and convenience of Calvert Farms, the intimate luxury setting of Claiborne, site of the 2006 Homeorama, or the private gated communities of Persimmon Woods or Whitetail Woods, Duke Homes has a community to fit your needs. For information about all that Duke Homes and Duke Communities have to offer, visit dukehomes.com.
After one complete at Ray Skillman Stadium, the Center Grove Trojans lead the top-ranked Carmel Greyhounds 14-7. Tonight's game being brought to you by Grafton Peak Catering. Grafton Peak Catering is your one-stop shop for an outstanding wedding and reception, corporate function, or special events. Visit all 5 other local venues online at graftonpeak.com or call Jason at 317-557-8377. That's Grafton Peak Catering of Greenwood. Ted, Trojans off to a great start outside of that one letdown defensively, allowing Luger, the quarterback, break open for a touchdown. Other than that, the Trojans look pretty solid here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining high school football game. Two teams that are very well prepared and continue to move the ball up and down the field on each other.
To begin the second quarter, Lamping hits Roberts in the flat, completed pass. Center Grove closing quickly. McFatridge, along with many others, making the tackle. Mario Swan, the initial tackler.
You can see Austin Roberts, obviously, why he's their key wide receiver. I mean, we talked about his father, and his father's obviously taught him a lot, too. He able to catch that ball very easy out of the air.
Lamping going down that sideline, and Roberts is hit hard, incomplete. Alex Ackerman, the safety, comes over and put a lick on Roberts, and Roberts says, I'm going to the sideline to take the next play off.
Well, it was very well done by both teams. I mean, it was a pump and go right there. Lampy gave him a little pump fake. He goes down the sidelines. It gives the safety an amount of time, and Ackerman able to get over there. He timed it well and knocked the ball away from Roberts.
3rd and 7 at the Trojan 42-yard line. 14-7 Center Grove. 11:20 to play here in the opening half. Lamping going to the sideline, getting that next play called in. Handoff goes out the middle, and Center Grove stuffs it at the line of scrimmage. Damian Stone with the tackle for the Trojans. Stone, 6'6", 230 pounds, maybe the best athlete on this Center Grove Trojan team.
Be interesting to see what they do. They're going to line up as if they're going for it. You got to be careful here. Do not jump off sides and give them 5 easy yards. Make them earn these 6 yards.
Needing 7 yards. Drew Hayden almost got the sack, and Mario Swan makes the play.
What
They're
a
short.
stop.
Pass was complete to Jack Thompson, the fullback, and Swan stuffs him 2 yards short of the first down. Center Grove will take over on downs.
Well, why everybody's so excited here is everybody sees they see Thompson catch the football and just assume he's going to get the yard that he needs, and Mario comes up and just puts a stop on him, and he did not go anywhere close to the first down, and he stopped him.
I know it's early in the ball game, Ted, but boy.
Huge play, big play.
Mario Swan, I think he wants to be player of the game tonight. That is for sure. He has made some huge plays already defensively for Center Grove. Center Grove taking control at its own 36-yard line. Double wing back for the Trojans. Mac Morris in motion. He takes the handoff, gives it to Logan Hudson. Hudson tries to sprint outside, and he's taken out at the 36. A good hit from the secondary.
Yeah, a lot of running for no gain right there. You can see, again, Carmel, very intelligent football team. They read. They see what's going on. You really got to set them up and work hard to make to complete plays. It's just difficult. You've got to really block well.
Mitch Davis, junior defensive back with the tackle. No yards on the play. Ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Lane Morris. He could not find an opening up the middle, so he tried to reverse field and tried it again. Now loses a yard or 2 on the play. Good penetration by the Greyhound defense. Jack Buskirk, along with Race Johnson, in on the tackle for Carmel. Ted, I do believe it was Jack Buskirk last year. They came on a blitz, corner blitz, that sacked the Trojans late in that ball game. Of course, Center Grove 8 yards away from going to Lucas Oil Stadium in the state championship game, and he got him on a blitz.
There's nobody on this way. Okay, they finally put somebody out there.
Now a flag down.
It's got to be against Center Grove.
May have been some kind of movement.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know if they put their hand down and then moved it up or what, but it's going to be illegal motion or, movement by the offensive line.
So a mental mistake by the Center Grove offense. Ball will be now placed at the 30-yard line.
Well, I mean, it's tough enough on 3rd and 10 to try to pick up a first down, especially out of this wing T offense. You don't want to put yourself into a pressure situation. This is where interceptions and things like that happen, trying to pick up this first down.
3rd and 16, the call for the Trojans. Calvert from shotgun formation bobbles the ball. Now trying to get out of trouble. He does. Lets it go. Has a man, and he is tackled well short of the first down. With the reception is Justin Veneto, a 6'2" split end.
But you can see that's why you don't want to be in 3rd and 15. I mean, Calvert was struggling at quarterback right there. Looked like he was going to get tackled, and then he throws one up in the air that if you happen to somebody out of place just a little bit, they can pick it off and go a long way. So best thing here is to pick up the 5 yards, probably punt the football, and hopefully your defense can come in and do the job once again. First punt of the year.
Yeah, 9 quarters without a punt for Center Grove. First time we've seen this young man, Ben Wheeler, as a punter. Let's see how he does. From inside his own 25. It's a low snap. He got it up, though. He got it clean.
Oh, good kick.
Nice hang time. Not a bad job. Well done.
Very well done.
Carmel calls for a fair catch at the 30. Again, the snap was a one-hop to Ben Wheeler. He handled it and punted it away and got a 34-yard punt out of it.
And has to feel very fortunate that he got a sweet bounce when that ball bounced off the turf, because with the football you never know what kind of bounce you're going to get, and it kind of bounced just like the baseball would bounce up into a shortstop's glove. It kind of came right up to him, and he's able to get a nice punt away, his first of the year.
Yeah, in baseball we call that a Sunday hop, I do
Yes.
believe. Sunday hop for you baseball fans. Ball at the Carmel 30, 1st and 10. 9 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 14-7 Center Grove. Lamping stays in there. He dumps it off. Pass is complete to the fullback. Out of the backfield, that's Jack Thompson.
Well, and that's the thing that's so impressive about Carmel. They do not panic when they get behind in a football game. They're on the road. They do what they do. They're going to continue to run their offense, do the things that they do best. Their kids believe in their coaching staff. The coaching staff believe in them, and they've had a lot of success doing it.
2nd and 2.
Bubble
pass.
screen.
Goes to Sheffer. He gets outside. Flag down. This is probably going to be an illegal block. Sheffer breaks
Block
it for
in
a
the back.
touchdown, and it's going to be a block in the back, a flag down at the 38-yard line, and that's going to be on Roberts, Austin Roberts, the junior, and it'll come back. He tried to get a block on Mario Swan, but it's not a legal one. Happened right in front of the Carmel sideline, so the coaches over there for Carmel got a good view of it, and it's coming back.
Yeah, and I don't think he tried to put a block on him. I think he got him, and he got him in the back. So I don't see a lot of hands up in the air by the coaching staff over there. They don't seem to be complaining a lot. So I think they're feeling like it was probably a good call, and they'll go back to work at trying to pick up another first down.
So to bring up 2nd and 12, nullifying a 61-yard touchdown reception for the Greyhounds. Ball now at the Carmel 29-yard line from the gun. Lampy looks left, goes to the right. Pass is complete to Roberts. Roberts goes to the outside. He has the first down, still on his feet, and pushed out of bounds at midfield. Some nifty running by the junior Austin Roberts.
Well, the way he moves on the field, you can tell that he's, he kind of glides on the field. He moves a lot differently, kind of moves a little, when I watch tennis, Roger Federer just moves a little differently than the rest of the guys out there. He just kind of made to play the game, and this guy looks like he's made to play this game and has been brought up to play it very well.
Ball at the Greyhound 49, 1st and 10. Running play, not much there, maybe a yard. The running game for Carmel, for the most part, non-existent outside, of course, the quarterback keeper for a touchdown, but the handoffs, the running plays, the power plays up the middle, not much yardage for the Greyhounds as of yet.
And again, I think that's just setup plays. I think they just got to make you, not forget that they can run it up the middle, but they're really setting up these little pass plays and other things that they want to do.
Lampy in trouble. He's sacked. Dylan Dallas with the sack for the Center Grove Trojans. Dallas leads this team in sacks with 3 now on the season.
But that's a defensive backfield stop right there. I mean, Dylan Dallas, he'll get the sack, but Lampy looked out to the where he wanted to throw it. It was covered up, and by the time he looked the other way, all he saw was Dylan Dallas in his face. So good defensive secondary coverage right there.
Also John Dever on the coverage. 3rd and 15 from the Carmel 44. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. A high snap. Lampy, middle screen. It is complete, and it's going to be short of a first down.
It's short of a first down, but it gives them a shot. I mean, you had them 3rd and 15. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
Jack Thompson, senior fullback, with the reception, picks up 14 yards, 1 yard short of the first down. Carmel going for it. Ball at the Center Grove 42-yard line. 3 receivers here to the left, 1 to the right. Thompson, the lone back in the backfield.
It's interesting when it's 4th and 1 and you're still out of the shotgun.
And hand off to Thompson. He's got the first down. Gets it to the 38. 4 yards for Thompson.
He's an interesting back. I guess that when I was doing all of my research and studying on the notes that you are so nice to send to me each week, I kind of got a feeling that this guy would be a little faster, quicker type of running back, and I come tonight and he's kind of that power running type of fullback.
New set of downs for the Greyhounds. Swing pass. It is complete, and Sheffer gets it inside the 30 down to the 29.
We're sitting
and
here with
Center Grove fans. What do they want? Illegal block?
They wanted to hold. 88 Austin Roberts was out there. It looked like he had a piece of the guy. And on that bubble screen, that first block is obviously the key block, and that was the block that they got to get 8 yards.
2nd down and 2. Ball just inside the Trojan 30-yard line. The quarterback keeps it. Center Grove not full. Drew Hayden, the senior defensive lineman, he read it well.
Well, Center Grove not fooled, but Lampy is a throwing quarterback. He's not the option quarterback. The other quarterback, number 18, is Luger is a much better option quarterback, as we saw him run the touchdown earlier in the game. Lampy's in there to throw the football. He's not in there to run it.
3rd and a long 2. Ball at the Trojan 30-yard line.
Probably a little down and out pass to your right.
Movement
offsides
on the line
by somebody. Either that or from this angle, that would be offensive movement, you would think.
Damian Stone clapping for the Center Grove Trojans. He's pointing, saying it's against Carmel. Here's the call.
Yeah, illegal motion.
It's against the Greyhounds, a 5-yard penalty.
Well,
Better bring up 3rd and 7.
When the guy behind the offensive line throws it, you would think it'd have to be on them. That's a big mistake by Carmel. Things that you don't see them normally do. I mean, all of a sudden now it's 3rd down and 7 rather than 3rd down and 2 or 3.
Ray Skillman Auto Group is a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap.
Obviously, Carmel's thinking about a 2-down territory here. Even though it's 3rd down, they feel like they got 2 downs to pick this 1st down up.
Lampy rolls to his right under pressure, still looking. Now he runs the football, and he's hit short of the 1st down. It'll be a 4th and 3, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, it looks like he got it back to about that original line of scrimmage last time, so it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 3. So manageable for Carmel, and obviously they're in 4-down territory. They're down on the 31-yard line. I don't think they're going to tee it up and kick a 48-yarder here.
4th and 3 is the call. Ball at the Trojan 31. Center Grove fans on their feet. Lampy, inside handoff, and it's a 1st down for the Greyhounds. Ball came out,
no,
but the
it's
official
down.
said he was already down.
Yeah, he said it hit
That's
the ground.
Chris Perkins, the sophomore. He's the speed back for this Carmel team, and at the end of that run, it did come out, but they're going to say his knee was down.
And I would guess as time goes on and just watching this Carmel offense and knowing what type of backs Kevin Wright likes in his backfield, I would say that Chris Perkins will move into a position where he's running the football a lot more than he is right now early in the year.
6-yard pickup for the Greyhounds. Flags down before the snap of the football. Football now placed at the Center Grove 25-yard line. Again, flags down. Penalty against the Greyhounds. False start against the Greyhounds. Again, Ted, you look at this Carmel roster, not too many names returning from last year's state championship game. Just a few guys here and there, but for the most part, this offense, these were the reserve guys last year. These are the guys that got to play end of the game in the mop-up time. Perkins on the reverse. Down the sideline, and he's going to get in there. Touchdown, Carmel.
See, he's the guy I think you'll see more of as the year goes on. I mean, this is a different team than we'll see at the end of the year when you see them in the playoffs. Perkins, a lot more explosive, can really put a lot more pressure on that defense as he did right there on that kind of end around or reverse.
30 yards for Perkins, the sophomore. Makes it now a 14-13 ball game. Trojans in front by 1. Stumbo on to kick the extra point. Stumbo perfect on the season. Set a state record last year in the championship game with 4 field goals. Kick is up and good. So we're tied at 14 apiece. 3:55 to play here in the first half. Again, Carmel jumped out to an early 7-0 lead. Center Grove then scored twice to take a 14-7 lead, and now the Greyhounds score here in the second quarter to tie it up at 14-all.
Well, I think that's the impressive thing about Carmel, and I would say the same thing if I were at Carmel. I would say the same thing if Center Grove. Neither of these teams, they don't stop doing what they do. Carmel, even though you think, they haven't really done anything spectacular here tonight, you look up on the scoreboard, and it's 14-14. And the same thing, I'm sure, Center Grove, they continue to do the same things. These are teams that do not panic once they get behind. It's we do what we do. We block, we tackle, we do the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are what have got these two programs to where they are today as two of the best programs in the state.
A nice mix on the drive for Carmel. 11 plays, 6 on the ground, 5 through the air, 69 yards in 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Again, Perkins on a 30-yard touchdown run. His first of the season, and a good kickoff by Kramer to the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, actually, the wind blowing a little bit from the south tonight, and the first night we were here, it was actually blowing a little bit from the north. But when you're kicking into that north end zone, most of the kickers have gotten it to the end zone here tonight, and Kramer easily did there right there for Carmel.
Roofing Made Easy is a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. For all your roofing needs, contact Roofing Made Easy at 317-372-6233 or online at indieroofrepair.com. Roofing Made Easy, some of your friends are our customers. Connor Stapleton could not turn the corner, loses a yard on the play. Good pursuit by Matt Theophanis, senior defensive back.
Yeah, when they play football, Carmel plays, it's team football, the same as Center Grove. I mean, you got 11 guys looking to tackle a guy out there. You don't just have 1 or 2 guys, hunting him down. You got 11 guys sprinting to the football, and that's the reason they're a winner.
2nd and 11 from the Trojan 19. Max Norris trying to get outside. He's tackled for a loss. Good penetration.
Looked like
Leighton Smalley.
Yeah, exactly.
Defensive lineman,
number 50.
senior. Yeah, 6'2", 210 pounds. Looked like he came across unblocked.
Yeah, he met Norris right there in the backfield, and now they're looking at about 3rd and 18. And, you don't want to turn the ball over here. If you have to punt, so be it. But don't throw an interception. Look for Center Grove maybe to throw some type of screen or even a double handoff or a run right here.
Handoff going up the middle. Max Norris gets it to the 22-yard line. Going to be 8 yards short of the first down. So we'll see the punting unit for the Center Grove Trojans for just the second time this game and season. Again, the Trojans starting the season 9 consecutive quarters without a punt.
I got to tell you, I'm a little concerned about I hope that they get a good snap here. I heard in listening to Eric Moore talk about, he's a soccer guy. He's not used to catching the football and doing things like that. These are key situations.
Matt Combs, the long snapper, he's a sophomore.
Good snap,
better
good catch.
Snap.
Very nice,
wow,
very nice.
Look
Great
at
kick.
That. Booming punt. Drops down at the 35. It rolls inside to 30, and now they need to down it at the 30.
Great kick.
48-yard punt by the senior. Ben Wheeler again. This is his first year of ever playing football.
Well, that was an outstanding snap by
Matt Combs.
By Matt Combs, the center snapper. He got it back there quickly. He got it right where he needed it. Good spiral. And then Wheeler able to really boom it out of there. And both punts have been nice spirals, which when you're punting into the wind, you need to get a good spiral because the wind knocks that punt down so easily.
Ted, speaking of long snappers, Justin Snow released by the Colts today after, 11 years with the Colts as the long snapper. I think paycheck was a little bit too much for a long snapper. From the gun, Lampy completes it to Thompson. He likes that dump pass right underneath the coverage to Thompson, the fullback.
Well, they throw that, and they throw it, and they throw it, and they throw it, and all of a sudden you fall asleep and you come running up on it, and then all of a sudden they run somebody up the other side and somebody gets behind you. You've really got to stay focused on what you're doing against Carmel. They've got a minute 56 here, and they're thinking about putting points on the board.
Lampy, quick pass to that far side. Scheffler, it went for a touchdown that got nullified, and this one is a good gainer. He gets pushed out at the 50. Of course, the previous pass play they ran, there was an illegal block that was called back. But this one goes for 14 yards.
Well, I find it interesting that they like to throw that, but they don't usually throw it to Roberts, their best receiver. He's such a good blocking end out there that they let him block on that bubble screen.
They go underneath again to Thompson. He's hit hard by Mario Swan. He does not get out of bounds. The clock continues to run, a minute 40 to play. First half. We're tied at 14 apiece between number 1 Carmel and number 3 Center Grove. This is the Copper Kettle game, conference opener for both teams. Carmel has won the MIC 3 times, likewise for the Trojans, 3 MIC championships. Again, a quick pass going to Roberts. He's in the open field. He's inside the 30, down to the 29. First down.
That's an interesting little reception right there. He runs down the field about 3 yards, and then he hooks back, and he comes back to the ball, and then he has 2 guys run out there and block for him. So it becomes almost a little screen pass, again, almost like a bubble-type screen, and he's very efficient once he gets his hands on the ball of running the football.
New set of downs. A minute 10 to play, an ill-advised pass by Lampy. Not for sure he was trying to get that one to Baldridge or Scheffer.
I think that one slipped out of his hands. I think he was going. He was trying to get it to Scheffer out there, number six, but it slipped out of his hand.
Ted, it is a very hot, humid night tonight.
It is really hot.
It's dripping type hot out here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of humidity in the air. I mean, there's actually a nice little breeze out there, but we're not getting much of it here in the booth.
2nd and 10. Ball at the Trojan 29. A minute 6 to play in the first half. Lampy sets the feet, fires to the far sideline. It's incomplete. Good coverage by Mario Swan. Danny Dunn, the intended receiver. High percentage pass there, Ted. It's either you complete it or you throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, and you throw it to that side where nobody can catch it other than your guy. So right here, again, you have to be on this play. You have to really be thinking about the screen, whether it be the bubble screen outside or the little dump down screen inside. You know, defensively as a lineman, if you get through and you get through easily, it's probably a screen right over your head, so you have to be aware of that.
Timeout called by Kevin Wright, the head coach for the Carmel Greyhounds. Again, Coach Wright won 3 state championships with the Warren Central Warriors, 3 straight. And then left for a while, went out west to the Midwest area to coach high school football, and then ended up going to Western Kentucky as the offensive coordinator, and then returned back to the state of Indiana and got back into high school football coaching, and now here at Carmel in his 4th year. Won the state championship last year. He's won 4. Of course, his dad, Bud Wright, the winningest coach in football in the state of Indiana. Bud Wright, head coach at Sheridan.
Yeah, he's won a few 1A state titles up there at Sheridan. He's had some tough football teams. But I've been very impressed with Kevin Wright's teams when he was at Warren Central. He had very disciplined teams. They, had tremendous amounts of talent, obviously, as they do. It seemed to year in and year out over there. But he had great discipline with that team. And for him to go away, I know he had some struggles at Oklahoma, not only on the football field, but, people, being pretty tough on him, off the field. For him to come back and look up one day and he's at Carmel High School as head football coach, he's got to think, man, I died and went to heaven, after being at Warren Central, leaving where I had it so good, and now I ended up back here. Things aren't too bad for Kevin Wright.
For the Carmel Greyhounds, Ted, they've now thrown the ball 25 times. Lampy has thrown 20 passes. So they've really gone with the spread offense, passing the ball. And they're going to do it again. They're taking a shot to the end zone. He's got a man, Roberts, and he overthrew him.
He missed him.
Incomplete. He just overthrew him. Center Grove was slow to rotate over. Ackerman, the safety, was slow to get over there, and Roberts was open for 6.
Yeah, he sure was. That's one where you don't put air under. You just kind of throw it right on a line because he's in between the corner and the safety. The safety has no way of getting to him. So it looks like they're going to go for it. They're kind of in a strange situation. It'll be a long field goal, about 38 yards from here.
4th and 10. Lampy looks to his right now across the middle. He's got Roberts for the first down.
I don't think Center Grove can handle Roberts one-on-one in that situation. I mean, he's big, he's fast, he runs great patterns, and they continuously look for him, and he's been wide open 2 or 3 times.
The clock stops with 51 seconds to move the chains. Once they get the chain set, they'll wind the clock, and they do. Another passing play here to the near side is Sheffer.
Boom.
He's inside the 10, took a big hit.
He did.
Piper, he just delivers big hits. And also coming across is Kelsheimer, the linebacker, with a big hit as well.
Well, we got 35 seconds. Carmel's got 2 timeouts. Obviously, they want to run this thing down. They're going to get it down into the 10, 15 second range where they can control the clock, call their timeouts. They're going to try to score with nothing on the clock.
2nd and 5 at the Trojan 7. Lampy eludes a few tacklers, so it's flagged down. It's going to be holding. He throws the football, and it's incomplete near the goal line, but there's going to be a holding call against Carmel. It looked like Drew Ponder nearly came up with a sack, and he was held.
Carmel's definitely inside where they need to be to kick a field goal if they have to kick a field goal. There's 14.4 seconds left. They've still got 2 timeouts, so there's plenty of time left. Obviously, they can throw the football. The problem is now you have to, if you're going to catch it without getting a first down or getting in the end zone, you've got to call timeout right away. Otherwise, that clock's going to run out.
Getting the call from the referee, holding against the Greyhounds.
Looks like Center Grove will have it at about the 21, Carmel.
Yeah, it'll be at the Center Grove 21-yard line. 14 seconds to play first half. Brings up 2nd and long.
Roberts not in the game right now. That's surprising.
Lampy sets, looks right, now looks to the middle, under pressure, rolls out of the pocket. Still looking, lets it go to the end zone, has a man. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Carmel.
Wow.
What a great catch by Joe Sheffer, the senior, 5'10", 155 pounds. He was in the back of the end zone on the sideline, and he got the 1 foot in bounds.
And 1.8 seconds left on the clock. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, son, you need to throw that football away. Throw it away. Give yourself another shot. He finally finds the guy in the back of the end zone, and it's one of those catches as a little kid that you're walking the tightrope. That's what he did. He walked the tightrope. He's able to keep his feet down. He catches the football, and he gets 6 points for Carmel. I said they wanted to score with no time left. They did a pretty good job of it.
20-14 Carmel. Stumbo preparing for the extra point kick. Billy Stumbo, senior. Perfect on the season. Kick is good. And it's 21-14 Carmel back in front.
I mean, that was so similar to, we've come to, so many of these Carmel Center Grove games. I mean, Morgan Newton on this field right here barely won in overtime. Center Grove won up there at his place, and they throw that kind of bubble screen out to Elias, and he's able to get a 2-point conversion. So many plays, and we think about last year in the semi-state, Center Grove's 1 play away from going to the state title, and here we are with 1.8 seconds to go in the half, and Carmel scores. It just seems like it's just 1 or 2 seconds here or there in this rivalry, and you just, see some great high school football.
For the Greyhounds, 10 plays, all passing, Ted, on that drive. 69 yards in a minute 59. Lampy again to
There must be some type of
Sheffer.
a penalty right here because they're kicking off from
Sheffer
personal
with a
foul.
21-yard touchdown pass to make it 21-14. Was it roughing the kicker possibly? I'm not for sure.
That roughing the kicker or I don't know. There was some type of penalty. I mean, Carmel's kicking it off from Center Grove's 45 right here. I mean, he could kick this thing over the stands.
Yeah, it's at the Center Grove 45. He'll put this through the uprights.
He might squib it just with the 1.8. No, he's going to kick it long.
Yeah, touchback through the uprights. So the Center Grove Trojans will have the football at the 20-yard line with a 1.8 seconds left to play. And on that last touchdown pass, Ted, Josh Piper, the senior safety, not in the play because his helmet came off. With that new rule, helmet comes off, you got to sit out one play, and Piper's a big instrumental part of the Center Grove secondary.
Yeah, and that was back in his territory where they caught that. I mean, in the back of the end zone, that's usually where we see number one roaming around trying to lay big hits, and that's disappointing. That's got to be really disappointing to Coach DeLuna and Coach Eric Moore.
Calvert takes a knee, and that brings us to halftime. 21-14, Carmel, number one in the state, leading the Center Grove Trojans. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we will have the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Go south and save during Truck Month at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck. Get discounts and rebates up to $13,000 on new Sierra truck. Or drive a new Sierra Z71 4x4 with PowerTech package for only $199 a month. Drive a new Terrain as low as $249 a month. Or a new Acadia, only $249 a month. Or get 0% financing up to 72 months. With over 600 new GMC trucks available, it's time to go pro at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck.
And now a word from your friends from Floors to Go.
This is Joe Trester with Floors to Go here in Greenwood, Indiana. The store has been in business since 1976. We have a new building that has state-of-the-art products: carpet, hardwood, laminate floors, vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, porcelain, bamboo.
The new Floors to Go has more room, more flooring products, and more deals per square foot.
Stay tuned for more from Floors to Go.
Welcome to the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. Ray Skillman is a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Here at intermission, the Center Grove Trojans trail the Carmel Greyhounds 21-14. The Greyhounds, number one in the state of Indiana. Center Grove ranked number 3. It was an exciting first half, and special guest with us here at halftime, the superintendent of the Center Grove School Corporation, Rich Arkanoff. And Rich, I think this is your first experience with the Center Grove Carmel game, at least here at Center Grove in your second year now, but very exciting first half.
Yes, it is, and you're right. This is first home game. Last year we went to Carmel, and that was exciting as well, but this is really great.
Rich, what I remember last year at Carmel, not only was it a bad defeat for Center Grove, but boy, it was 96 degrees at kickoff. Tonight, still in the 80s, but boy, it's a very humid night. But let me tell you, look around, and we got a capacity crowd, well over 5,000 fans here tonight watching this Copper Kettle game. I tell you, the Center Grove community, they really support the Trojans.
Absolutely, it's packed. You know, you'd think the superintendent could get a seat, but I'm standing in the stairway with my wife and kids, and you know, I guess that's what you get when you don't pay to come in. So.
Rich, something new to our right. It's not up and running tonight, but we do have a new scoreboard, a video scoreboard here at Center Grove, and boy, it looks really, really nice, and we're hoping to have it up and ready to go for the next home game against Terre Haute South in a couple of weeks. But what's nice about the scoreboard is that there's some advertising opportunities for community companies to advertise, but also it generates a lot of money for the different programs here at Center Grove.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. It's got a great start to it with, of course, the static advertisers around it, and then we'll be able to sell more advertisement on it, as well as the scrolling board across the bottom. And what I'm really excited is we'll be able to share our academic message as well. A lot of our successes for our kids in academics, we can spotlight elementary students, middle school students throughout the game and at halftime. Of course, our band. and other teams that use the field.
I will say, and I do believe the way it was structured, the deal is I think we split maybe some of the advertising profits with the scoreboard company. So I don't think there was a big expense for Center Grove, or maybe none whatsoever, to get the scoreboard. It's just an opportunity to generate money for Center Grove and also for the scoreboard company as well.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Actually, it cost us $0 for that scoreboard, and we signed a 10-year contract, and once it's paid off, which could happen any time within the 10 years, then we split 50-50 with the company.
Fantastic. I think it's a great opportunity for, again, a lot of our Center Grove, community-type businesses, if they want to put their logo up there on the scoreboard, a great way to sponsor your company. So I think it's just a great idea. And again, we're at halftime. It's 21-14, Carmel leading the Center Grove Trojans. And Rich, I tell you, there's a lot of high expectations around this Center Grove football team. We feel that the Center Grove has a state caliber type team. Again, playing Carmel tonight. They're the state defending champ, #1 in the state. And I know there's just a lot of excitement about this year's football team.
Oh yeah, they're a great bunch of boys. Young men just really working hard. I look at this score going into halftime, and I know that's the motivation they need to come back and win this game. And Coach Moore will go in there and he'll get them fired up, and they'll come back. And I believe that we're going to take this game, so I'm excited about
I've heard Coach Moore talk how you've been able to come over and watch these guys practice a little bit before school started and so forth.
Absolutely. I've come over and watched. I'm not going to give any pointers because that's not my that's not my area of expertise. Sure. However, what I watch for when I'm watching the coaches in all the sports is what are they teaching these young men and women out here for life. And Coach Moore is somebody that I tell you I'm really proud to have on our staff. He's an expert in the area of football, but he's an expert in the area of life, and I think he's preparing these guys for some great things.
I was going to say, Rich, I talked to you earlier in the summer, and you said you took 1 week off this summer for a vacation. Tell us about your vacation this past summer.
Well, yes, I kind of tied it into work. We were out in California doing a presentation on some great things happening here in the district, our kindergarten laptop or iPad project, and it's a nationally recognized project, and took a team of teachers out there. They presented to people from all over the United States and a couple of different countries. And right after that, my wife and kids came out, and we went up and down the coast of California, got to see Catalina Island, and just had a really nice few days before we came back.
All right. Rich Arkanoff, the superintendent of the school, Center Grove School Corporation, thanks for joining us here at halftime, and we'll try to get caught up maybe again basketball season.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
Whether you are looking for a low-maintenance community in a luxurious wooded setting such as Sycamore Ridge, the breathtaking views and rolling landscapes of Kensington Grove, the gently rolling hills and convenience of Calvert Farms, the intimate luxury setting of Claiborne, site of the 2006 Homeorama, or the private gated communities of Persimmon Woods or Whitetail Woods, Duke Homes has a community to fit your needs. For information about all that Duke Homes and Duke Communities have to offer, visit dukehomes.com.
It's the Copper Kettle game here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Center Grove against Carmel. Greyhounds lead the Trojans 21-14. We're just moments away before the start of the second half. Kevin Conrad along with Ted Kitchell with you tonight from beautiful Ray Skillman Stadium. Capacity crowd, well over 5,000 fans here tonight for this conference rivalry game. And Ted, I've talked to Coach Moore about this before. What's nice about this great rivalry, it's a clean game. It's always good, hard-nosed football, and that's what we had here in the first half.
And it really was good football. I mean, by both teams. Momentum swings. Both teams made good changes. I was very interested to see what Kevin Wright was going to do, because the offense that he came to start the game with just was not effective. They did get a touchdown on the little play that the quarterback was able to get 50 yards behind the defense, but he obviously saw that he was not going to be able to pick up yards running the football, so he spread his offense out. He brought his other quarterback, Lampy, in, and Lampy's done an outstanding job. I didn't see the stats, but he's got to have a way up there as far as 15 to 20 or something like that, and he's been very efficient. Again, when I saw today in the stats, they only throw 5, 6, 7-yard passes, but as a defense, you have got to figure out a way to stop them. So in the second half, let's see what Center Grove does, what Eric Moore, what Coach DeLuna, what they're going to do to stop that little bubble screen, and expect Carmel to know that they're going to stop it and look for them to start throwing it up the field.
Ted Lampe was 17 of 23 in the first half, 184 yards passing.
Yeah, and I mean, a majority of those passes, now he threw 4 or 5 of them down the field where he threw it 10, 15 yards, but most of them were just little bubble screens out to the left, out to the right, and then, yards after reception is basically what it had to do with. Center Grove will get the ball to start the second half. They started the game. They won the toss, decided to kick the football, so they'll get it to start here in the second half.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza, located on State Road 135 in the Colby Shops, just across from Bonefish Grill. Jets Pizza is open daily for lunch and dinner. Call 317-881-5387 for pickup or delivery. Jets Pizza, life is short. Eat better pizza. And we want to thank Bob Maley, the owner, and the great staff at Jets Pizza for providing our staff tonight with our pre-game meal. Jets Pizza. Carmel will kick off to begin the second half. They'll kick to the north end zone.
And that is the way the wind has been blowing. There's still a little breeze. I was out at halftime. There's still a little breeze out there. So I imagine Center Grove's going to start with this ball on the 20-yard line.
Race Trash is a family-owned business that has been providing the Indianapolis area with quality recycling and waste disposal services since 1965. From residential to commercial to industrial, Race Trash service does it all. And I saw Race Trash today in my subdivision, doing a great job. Second half is underway. Kramer's kick goes into the end zone. Touchback. Well done with the win. 21-14, Center Grove down to begin things here in the third.
Let's see how Center Grove starts here in the second half. Eric Moore, every once in a while when he's playing in these type of games, he might, start to the second half with a long throw, try to hit you quick. Other than that, they need to go on a long sustained drive here. They need to pick up yards, move the chains, and they need to let Carmel know that they're here to play here in the second half.
Calvert, junior quarterback, under center. Run right up the middle. Lane Morris. Nice pickup on first down. Picks up 9 yards.
Yeah, good blocking right there. Nathan Crone and Mitch McGee over there on the right side did a nice job of getting a good hole and 9 quick yards for Center Grove.
2nd and 1 for the Trojans. Ball at the Center Grove 29-yard line.
2nd and 1, you can do a lot with that down. I mean, obviously, if you want to try to fake it in there, try to get behind the defense, do something, you can do a lot on 2nd and 1.
We have a delay
Play
on
clock
the field.
is not running.
Play clock not running. Game clock stopped. Only 3 seconds came off on that running play. Not for sure why they would have even stopped the game clock unless they're having some problems with the clock all of a sudden. And it appears to be a clock problem. Center Grove will re-huddle. Let Green with Envy make your property the envy of the neighborhood. Contact Jeff Williams at 317-495-ENVY. That's 317-495-3689 for all your residential and commercial lawn care and landscaping needs. And boy, I'm sure a lot of yards need a lot of help right now. Reseeding, aerating. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of rain tonight and tomorrow. Now we're ready for action. Handoff again to Lane Morris. He bounces it outside. He's got a big gain to the 50, 40. He cuts it back. He's inside the 35. Some great downhill running by Lane Morris, the junior fullback.
Well, the 2 runs that they've gotten loose on were both a little bit like that. It looked like Carmel was going to make the play in both situations. The first one, he's able to get down the sideline for about a 50, 60-yard touchdown, and right there, Lane Morris just continued to stay on his feet. He jumped back out to the left side and got about a 40-yard gain.
Picks up officially 37 yards. Ball at the Carmel 33. Max Norris in deep motion. They hand it off to Stapleton. Hits it hard off left tackle. And Ted right now 3 runs all right up the middle. Power running play.
Yeah, and that's where Center Grove had their success last year in the semi-state, pretty much running it right between the tackles. Hudson was not able to get outside. Max Norris last year was not able to get outside. As we said, Carmel likes to sit back off the line of scrimmage, and they play that read defense, so sometimes just straight ahead is where the yardage is.
Only 1 yard for Stapleton, 2nd and 9. Lane Morris breaks a tackle and tripped up around the shoe tops. Again, he's running with a lot of authority. He's very aggressive here in the second half with his runs.
You can see the one Carmel kid, I couldn't see what number it was, just got a hand on him, but slowing him down, it probably kept him from getting the first down. If he doesn't get a hand on him, he's got some open field and probably gains another 5 or 6 yards.
Tonight's game brought to you by Winterwood Mortgage, your hometown mortgage company, supporting your hometown Trojans. Call today, 800-888-1135, or online at winterwood.net.
Movement by the Trojans.
And penalty will be against Center Grove. Movement on the O-line.
Boy, it's just a huge penalty. I mean, it's 3rd down and 5. I mean, it's a big play anyway. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. You're in 2-down territory. 3rd down and 5, you think, okay, if we pick up 3 or 4 yards here, then we got 4th down and 1. Now all of a sudden you got to think about, okay, do you take the chance of throwing the football in this situation? Can we gain 5 or 6 yards on a run? We're playing against a very good defense right here, so you kind of got to have to roll the dice and see what you do best here.
3rd and 10 for the Center Grove Trojans at the Carmel 33-yard line. 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Center Grove down a score. Hand off Lane Morris, this time off the right side of the line. Good yardage will make this 4th down play coming up very manageable.
So that's a big gain. That would have been a first down if they were in the other situation. They had 3rd and 5 and they gained 6 yards. That would have been a first down. Now they're sitting 4th and 4. And again, a really difficult call right here. It's a run offense. I doubt that he's going to throw the football in this situation.
6 yards for Morris. Vedeto brings in the next play for the Trojans, down to 12 on the play clock.
If I'm Carmel, I make them throw the football. I do not allow them to run it here.
Calvert hands it off the right side of the line. A great tackle. It is well short of the first down. Good tackle by Lucas Sinis, a senior linebacker, 5'11", 200 pounds. So Center Grove will turn it over on downs.
Well, it all comes down to tendencies and what do teams like to do when they're in this situation, or if they're in this situation. They know that, Center Grove is going to run the football. That is what they do. That is what they practice all summer, and that's, push comes to shove, that's what they're going to do. They are not going to throw the football. They tuck it up in there, about 8 guys inside the box, and there's just no place to run, and they get Center Grove to turn the football over.
Brandon Luger started tonight's game, but it was Lampe who took the majority of the snaps in the first half, and he will start the second half. Lampe hands it off. A few yards for the Carmel Greyhounds.
And you see Perkins starting to get more carries. Chris Perkins, number 21. Coming into the game, Jack Thompson, number 34, was their leading rusher. But Jack's more of that, 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust kind of guy. I mean, Perkins is the kind of guy that Carmel's looking to get the football to.
The 2 Drews on the tackle, Ponder and Hayden. Lamping, passing play. Big hit by Mario Swan. How about that? Joe Sheffer, meet Mario Swan.
Well, you wondered when Center Grove was going to do something like that. They sat back, and they continued to sit back in the first half and let Carmel throw that pass. That time Mario Swan decided on his own, or they made switches at halftime, that as soon as he saw that, he was going to put his head down and he's going to knock somebody down, and he did right there. And now you have to be careful of the pump and go on something like that. It looks good as long as you make the play, but as soon as they give you a little pump, you come up and they get behind you, and they're gone 60 or 70 yards behind you. Be very careful.
Sheffer did catch it. 4-yard loss. 3rd and 13. Lampe on that side again. He completes it, and it's going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. Completion going to Danny Dunn Looked like he picked up maybe 11 yards, and Ted, it appears the punting unit coming on for Carmel.
Well, if the punting unit's coming on, first and foremost, make them snap the football.
Last year in the Semi-State game, they did fake it. They did fake it last year.
Yeah, and they will fake it.
Center Grove last year read it well and held them short.
They could fake it. They'll get you to jump off sides. A lot of different things here. Most importantly, make them snap it and make them kick the football away.
Player running on late for the Center Grove Trojans. That's John Dever. He's out there now, ready to go. Kramer had a 1-yard punt in the first half. We also had a good one, and this one appears to be a good one. Josh Piper all the way back at the 21. Piper breaks a tackle at the 30. He's to the 35 and stood up at the 35. So a good return by the senior, Josh Piper. Grafton Peak Catering offers 5 local event venues and will be happy to cater at your location too. Along with food catering, Grafton Peak can provide your entertainment, tents, chairs, power, and more. To learn more, visit online at graftonpeak.com.
Very interested right there that Carmel kicks the football. I know that they were on the other side of the 50, but they were up to about the 40-yard line. Power football that you see in this conference a majority of the time, on 4th and 1, you're going to see Warren Central, Ben Davis, Center Grove. Most cases, they're going to go for it, but Carmel doesn't have the running attack and not able to go for it right there.
Run play again up the middle, and Ted, right now it's all between tackles for the Center Grove Trojans here in the third quarter.
Well, everybody's made adjustments. You go in at halftime. The great coaches make adjustments. I mean, having played for one of the great coaches in college basketball, you always felt like if you were tied or ahead a little bit at halftime, it was a huge advantage because you had a guy that was going to make great adjustments at halftime. And these two coaches right here are the same type of thing. They're going to make adjustments. It's going to be difficult for the offense to move the ball.
Another running play. Center Grove stretching out for the first down. Explosive running by Lane Morris. Boy, they are calling his number time after time. He picks up 9 yards.
I told you guys tonight I thought they would have to run between the tackles because Carmel's just not going to let them get the edge. They were lucky to get the edge early in the game and get a touchdown on it. But, majority of their work, and it is Lane Morris, is coming up through the middle.
But about the time you squeeze the middle, they'll pop you on the outside with Hudson or Norris. New set of downs. Here comes Hudson here to the near side. He turns it up. The cornerback is there to meet him. Good job by the Carmel defense, but he still picks up 4 yards. Matt Theophanis with the tackle.
Hudson had some good success last week when he would come around the edge and then really cut it back. It seems as though there's so much penetration by Carmel, he's not had the opportunity to cut back, and he's not able to get the edge, and because of it, he's not had any great, really great runs here this evening.
Hey, Trojan fans in need of air duct cleaning or dryer vent cleaning? If so, call our good friend Elmer James of Air Cleaning Experts, 317-889-1099, or online at aircleaningexperts.com. 2nd and 8. Running play, Lane Morris off right tackle. Picks up 3, maybe 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 yards.
So here you are again in that same situation. Now, last time it was 3rd and it was about 4 or 5. At some point in time, you're going to have to, show them that you can throw the football and you are willing to throw the football once in a while on 3rd and not long. It's not 3rd and long, but it's 3rd and 3 or 4. And it's not always easy on 3rd down to pick up yardage right here, although this could be 4-down territory for Center Grove.
3rd and a long 2. Calvert on the delayed handoff.
Too slow.
And Lane Morris, his second effort, may have gotten some yardage, at least back to the line of scrimmage.
Against teams like Carmel, against teams like Warren Central, Ben Davis, those plays that are really slow starting, you just can't run those because they're just too quick to the football. Carmel, not a very big team, but they are a very intelligent team, and they're very quick to the football.
Center Grove bringing on the punting units.
If you're Carmel, same thing for you right here. You got to make sure, first of all, the ball is snapped and kicked away.
Nobody back deep for the Carmel Greyhounds. Carmel's setting up a normal defensive alignment, and Wheeler will punt this one away. And
good kick.
They'll just let it roll.
Find it.
Center Grove with a favorable bounce. It's inside the 5, still rolling.
That's on the 2.
Well done, Ben Wheeler. 45 yards. It's inside the 5. That's his 3rd career punt.
But it's a huge mistake by McCarmel. I just can't imagine that Kevin Wright and his team doesn't have somebody they feel secure enough to catch the football at the 10 or 15 yard line. I mean, that lands at the 15 and bounces all the way down inside the 5. I mean, it's a lot easier to deal with at the 15 than it is at the 2.
21-14, Carmel leads it. 3:59 to play in the 3rd. Neither team yet to score here in the second half.
You'd think a school with 5,000 kids, you could find somebody to catch the football.
Ball at the 3-yard line.
You got to be careful here on a pump and go because you've just come up. Mario has come up with a huge, Swain has come up with a huge hit right there. And you got a lot of football field behind you if you're Center Grove right here. Definitely can't let anybody get behind you.
Perkins gets a couple of yards on the carry. Perkins again to the outside, and he is close to the first down marker.
If you're Carmel right here, I mean, basically you're looking at moving the chains. You're thinking about let's move the chains 2 or 3 times, get it out to the 25, 30-yard line, get some time off the clock, and at least play the field position game if we can get it back in a situation where we at least make Center Grove start on the other side of the 50. It's 3rd down and 1.
From the gun, Lampy looks to the sideline for the play call.
They're running it. No way they're throwing it down here.
Handoff around the outside, and
got it.
First down for the Carmel Greyhounds. Perkins on the run again. A lot of Perkins here in the second half.
Hey, you got to know situation football. If you're the defensive line right there for Center Grove, you just got to know the odds say that about 95% of the time they're going to run on 3rd down and 1 where they are on the field. I mean, they're down inside their own 10-yard line. They are not looking to throw the football.
Tyler Amaro, defensive end with the tackle. At the Carmel 15, Perkins drilled behind the line of scrimmage. Sears and Ackerman with the hit behind the line of scrimmage. Sears, a linebacker, shot through there. 2-yard loss.
You got to be very aware of number 88 when he's on the field for Carmel. Excellent athlete, really good receiver.
Center Grove, a lot of movement for the Trojans on the D-line. Lampy taking his time. Hands it off around the right side. Center Grove doing a good job, staying very disciplined.
Like I said, Kevin Wright and Carmel just trying to move the chains. I mean, now they're looking at 3rd down and about 7. So they would love to pick this up and continue the clock to run, continue to move the chains. So this is huge for Center Grove. Center Grove really needs to make a stand right here. They need to have Carmel have to punt the football away and get it back for their offense.
3rd and 8. Piper on the tackle for the Trojans.
Definitely would look for that bubble screen out there. Got to know where 88 is on the field.
Also, watch out underneath. They like to throw it to the fullback. Lampy under pressure, gets away from it. He's in the open field being chased by Swan, and Swan rips him out of bounds. First down for the Carmel Greyhounds all the way up to the 40. The Trojans had him for a loss, but he was able to elude the pressure.
And Lampy, he's not their running quarterback. Their running quarterback was in earlier. I mean, that was Luger. But you could see when he got out in the open field, he had some decent wheels right there, too. Mario able to run him down, number 5 for Center Grove, but not until he had already gained about 15 or 20 yards.
3rd quarter going by quickly. Inside 2 minutes to play, 3rd period. 21-14 Carmel, new set of downs. The fullback coming this way on the run. That's Thompson. Gets a couple of yards. Good open field tackle by Josh Piper, the safety.
Well, Carmel, not a team that you like to play from behind against. I mean, they're a team that's very intelligent. They make good plays. They're going to move the chains. They're going to make you stay on the field. Center Grove's defense has already been out there the entire 2nd quarter. That defense has got to be tired.
5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 from the Carmel 43. Lamping. He's got Roberts over the top, and he caught it.
Yeah.
And Swan,
you know it's going to happen.
Takes him out of bounds at around the 20.
It's only a matter of time. They're going to do the little pump, and that's what I said. They are running things to set you up for 2 or 3 plays down the field. And right there, Mario had made a couple big hits. They got him one step up, and they throw it over his head right there. And now Carmel moving in towards the end zone.
At the Center Grove 21, 36-yard pickup for the Greyhounds. Handoff, Thompson. He's taken down by Kelsheimer, the linebacker. Loss of a couple of yards. Kelsheimer shot through there and got him from behind.
Well, great play by number 90, Kelsheimer. I mean, he really shot through the gap right there and made an outstanding tackle. And the Carmel, who was really moving the football, now all of a sudden they're looking at 2nd and 12.
Lamping looks to his right, fires, has a man, it's complete. Swan with a big hit throws his man out of bounds.
They're going to have to double team Roberts over there. I mean, he's just too big, too fast, and one-on-one, there's no way that you can handle him.
Flag came out late, Ted. Again, Swan and Roberts have been going at it all night long, and following the play, a flag came out. Let's see if it could be.
No, it's got to be a personal foul in Center Grove.
There's got to be nothing situation,
else.
Unless Roberts may have said something to Swan, but it is on that far sideline. Referee coming this way to make the call. Yeah, it's going to be a sideline warning against the Carmel Greyhounds, so no yardage will be marked off until the next time if there is another penalty for that.
I don't even know why they have that. Why? I mean, just tell them to move back.
That's the warning.
What the heck are you throwing a flag and then saying, okay, we're throwing a flag on you, now move back? I mean, just tell them, move back.
3rd and 4 at the Trojan 15. 10 seconds to play here in the third. Carmel on the march.
Big play right here. Need to stop him.
Lamping looks right, looks to the middle. Now he's going to run the football. He eludes one tackler, and he picks up the first down.
Somebody got their helmet knocked off. They're going to have to sit
an offensive
out.
lineman lost his helmet, so he'll have to go out for one play. That's number 53.
Late flag, and that's not a sideline flag right there. That one went up late.
Should say is that one of the offensive linemen, 63, has to go out for a play.
That's a nonsense play too. I mean, what? I mean, your helmet gets knocked off, so now you got to go over and sit down for a play. I mean, who's making up these rules?
And again, a flag at the end of that play. Let's see if it's against Carmel. All of a sudden, the last few plays getting pretty chippy.
Well, we've got it's hard to tell here because we've got the quarter change. So Carmel, both teams are going to the sidelines.
Here's the call from the official.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Carmel Greyhounds.
Wow. Big play.
So that brings us to the end of the third quarter. 21-14, Carmel leads Center Grove. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Go south and save during Truck Month at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck. Get discounts and rebates up to $13,000 on new Sierra truck. Or drive a new Sierra Z71 4x4 with PowerTech package for only $199 a month. Drive a new Terrain as low as $249 a month. Or a new Acadia, only $249 a month. Or get 0% financing up to 72 months. With over 600 new GMC trucks available, it's time to go pro at Ray Skillman Southside Buick GMC Truck.
And now a word from your friends from Floors to Go.
This is Joe Trester with Floors to Go here in Greenwood, Indiana. The store has been in business since 1976. We have a new building that has state-of-the-art products: carpet, hardwood, laminate floors, vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, porcelain, bamboo.
The new Floors to Go has more room, more flooring products, and more deals per square foot.
Stay tuned for more from Floors to Go.
After the big Friday night Trojan football games, meet your friends at the Center Grove Applebee's at the corner of State Road 135 and Smith Valley Road. Enjoy half-price appetizers starting at 9 o'clock every night. The Center Grove Applebee's, there's no place like the neighborhood.
Looked like Carmel tight end, number 84, looked like he moved, or at least that's what Center Grove was calling out. So now you're going to have second down. They're going to be at about the 27. So penalties are just killing Carmel right now, who had the ball down on about the 9-yard line. Now, if you're Center Grove, you got to be very aware that they could throw that middle screen once again. So if you're a defensive lineman, you have to be aware you get through there too easily, you better start backpedaling. Also, you have to know where 88 is on the field. You're going to have at least 2 guys guard him because he can go up one-on-one and he can catch it over anybody for Center Grove.
Second down and 27 from the 27. Across the middle, man is complete. Pass is complete, I should say, and a big hit. Big hit by the Trojans. 9-yard pickup. Piper with the big hit.
So now you're looking at third down. They're on the 16-yard line. They're inside field goal range. Their field goal kicker is very, very good. Even though he'd be kicking into just a little bit of a wind, they're definitely inside his range and would put it in more than a 7-point game. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Third and goal at the Trojan 16. Center Grove leads it, or trails it, I should say, by 7. Lamping from shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, being chased by Dallas, throws it, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. And
field goal.
See if
here they go.
Field goal unit coming on, and Tyler Amaro on the field. He needs some help. It looks like from here it's a cramp. Again, a very hot, humid night tonight here at Ray Skillman Stadium, and he's grabbing at that right hamstring, and they're trying to stretch him out. So this will give Billy Stumbo a little more time to think about this field goal opportunity. It will be a 33-yard field goal. Again, he has the school record for the most field goals in a season. He kicked 4 field goals last year in the Class 5A state championship game, which is a record in the state tournament.
Okay, now you said that like 3 times that he's done it. What was the score in that game?
Not very close. What,
yeah.
0?
I think it was about 50-10 or something. So I think late on in that game, we were just kicking to set records because that game was over early by halftime. So,
however, this year, Stumbo is 0 of 2. He had 1 blocked last week against Valpo and missed 1 last week against Valpo. So he's 0 for 2 on the season.
By the way, Rick, he knew exactly that game was 51-0.
There you
Again,
go.
the MIC Conference playing the rest of the state in football. Well, this is very makeable, but I noticed when I was down on the field before the game, when you're kicking into that wind, boy, if you don't hit it just exactly right, it's kind of like hitting a golf ball into the wind. You get a little spin turning one way or another, boy, it affects it a lot. So you need to hit it solid.
This will make it a 2-possession lead for Carmel if he's able to convert from the right side of the field.
From the 23-yard line, about a 33-yarder.
Good snap, good hold. The kick, it's on its way, and it looks good. It
Boy,
is.
That was well done.
Stumbo hits his first field goal of the season. That's solid. 24-14, 10-point lead now for Carmel.
Not always that easy. I mean, obviously the pros, they've made that play look so easy anymore. It doesn't matter if it's from 30, 40, 50, almost even 60 yards anymore. But in high school, it's not always so easily getting a good snap, good block, good set. But well done by Carmel right there to take a 10-point lead. The Center Grove will have a chance to return this football. In the first half, when what's their kicker, Kramer?
Yes.
Kramer kicked off. He got it down to about the 2-yard line, but he did not, kicking this way, he did not get it into the end zone. So I would think that the boys from Center Grove will have a chance here. Hudson, Max, Norris, they'll both have a chance to return this football if at all possible.
11:01 to play in tonight's ball game. 24-14, Carmel by 10. Kramer, good leg. It will be returnable just inside the 5. That goes to Max Norris.
Oh, he fell.
And Norris tried to cut at the 15 and slipped to the turf. Tough break for the Center Grove Trojans.
Yeah, it's pretty good coverage by Carmel. He was coming up. He was trying to make a cut. I don't know if he was going to get away from him anyway, but, yeah, he set that plant foot, and there's nothing there. He just went down.
Precision Transportation Solutions is in need of company drivers and owner-operators with single trucks or fleets to run for its dedicated first-class customers. PTS specializes in secure, high-value, temperature-controlled truckload transportation. To submit an application, visit their website at less-headaches.com.
If you're Center Grove right there, Norris able to move the football up about 5 yards up the player hurt, number 49 for Carmel, limping off the field. No, it doesn't look like anything serious. Maybe turned an ankle just a little bit. But if you're Center Grove, offensively, you got to have patience right here. You know you're playing against a very good football team. Good football teams do not give up huge chunks of yardage. They're going to make you earn it a little bit at a time, and that's what Carmel's going to try to make Center Grove do. You know, take time off the clock, and they'll give them a little here and there. Drop the football.
Ball up to the 25, 26-yard line. Just going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. That last drive for the Greyhounds took almost 5 minutes, a lot of time off the clock for that field goal.
Luke Calvert, the quarterback for Center Grove, has mishandled the football 2 or 3 times tonight. They've been able to get away with it, but that's something that I'm sure Eric Moore will talk to his offensive team about and his quarterback about. You've got to do a better job of handling the football, especially when you're running the wing T.
3rd and 1 at the Trojan 26, 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Center Grove needing a yard for a first down. Hudson sprints outside, turns it up, gets the first down. Seven yards for Logan Hudson. Ball now at the Trojan 32. Inside 10 minutes to play. Trojans trail by 10. Calvert fakes, passes. He has Wozniak, and Wozniak could not hang on. Wozniak put out the right hand, tried to bring it back to the body, just couldn't control it.
Well, you got to make that catch. I mean, if it hits you in the hands, you got to make the catch. He was reaching for it a little bit, but you could see he almost took his head off of it, feeling like he had already made the catch, and he was trying to find who he was going to have to run through. But, I mean, that ball's all the way up at the 50. He could have got maybe to the 45 of the Carmel. Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Matt O'Brien splits out to the right side. Running play to the near side. Max Norris. They got him around the foot, and he could not get away.
You can see, if from watching from this angle, you watch the cornerback for Carmel, and he continuously comes up and turns that play in, giving his linebackers a chance to get to that play. That time they almost didn't get there, but all of a sudden they were able to get a leg, stop him, hold him until somebody else gets there. They're not a big, strong, powerful defense, but, boy, they play together very, very well.
Schmalley, defensive lineman, was the one that got him around the ankles.
You would think Center Grove has got to throw the football right here.
3rd and 10. Down to 9 minutes in the ball game. Play action. Calvert across the middle. It's complete to Logan Hudson right at the sticks. His second effort. Boy, it's going to be close.
I think he got it.
Going to come with the spot by the official, and it appears from this official on this near side, it's enough for a first down.
Yeah, he got it. Good throw by Luke Calvert right there.
First down.
See, the thing I was talking about, though, Center Grove glad to pick up a first down. Obviously very important to move those chains, but time continues to run off the clock, and you're down 10 right here.
Running play here to the near side. A big pile up at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards.
It's amazing you can get 20 guys in a pile like that. But there's
Max Norris on the carry. Clock continues to roll. 8:18 to play. Center Grove down 24-14 here in the 4th.
Yeah, Center Grove needs to get in and out of the huddle a little bit quicker. I mean, if you can save 3 or 4 plays towards the end of the football game, that might be the difference between winning and losing.
Running play, Max Norris. They get him behind the line of scrimmage.
45. We talked about him early. That's Kenny. He's going to Iowa. You saw him right there. He came across. He got a hold of him and just did an outstanding job of bringing Max Norris down. 3rd and 11.
Loss of 5 yards.
And the clock still runs. Luke Calvert has got to start getting those plays in and out of the huddle. I mean, obviously he's getting them from the sidelines, but he's got to get his team in and out of that huddle as quickly as possible. You've got to save time here.
Down to 10 on the play clock. Center Grove to the line of scrimmage. 7:20 on the game clock. Whistle.
And now they call timeout.
Timeout called by Center Grove head coach Eric Moore.
He's not happy. He did not have the right set. He did not have what he wanted in there.
So the Trojans burn a timeout with 7:17 to play here in the fourth, trailing 24-14.
Well, if you're Carmel over there, you're thinking, okay, what? Again, we think situational football. What type of things does Center Grove like to do in this situation? Obviously, first of all, they like to run the football. Most importantly, are they going to run it at 3rd down and 11? Are they going to run a crisscross? Are they going to run a double handoff? Something you need to be aware of. Are they going to throw the little screen? Are they going to throw to Wozniak across the middle? So those are 3 or 4 things that you want to shut off, and those are 3 or 4 things Kevin Wright is going over with his team right now as he huddles. But those are 3 or 4 of the things, and they're willing to give you 1 or 2, 3, 4 yards right here. They would love to see a 4th down and 5 or 6 and make you go for it in that situation. So Center Grove, let's see what they draw up here. Let's see what Eric Moore is drawing up for this situation, 3rd and 11.
McAllister Power Systems, a proud supporter of Trojan football. McAllister Power Systems offer sales, parts, and service for Cat Power System products such as diesel generators and on-highway truck engines. McAllister Power System facilities are located in Indy, Fort Wayne, Lafayette, South Bend, Terre Haute, and Washington.
Wozniak in the slot.
Calvert, shotgun formation, going to Wozniak. Did he hang on? No, he did not. Incomplete pass. They tried to go to him high in the air, and Woz could not control it.
Well, he was lucky to even have a chance. Carmel should have intercepted that football. They jumped too early. I mean, that was just kind of a dead duck up there. I mean, they had that intercepted. It got through their arms, and it got to Wozniak, and he still almost caught it.
4th and 11. Ted, Center Grove, it's getting late. They need the first down.
It's getting late. You're down 10, and you know Carmel's going to do everything they can if you give the ball back to them to run time off that clock.
Center Grove needs to get it to the Carmel 48. Calvert pumps right. And he is sacked.
Fumbled, picked up. 45's got it.
And he's going to be tackled at the 10. Carmel with the blitz. They sack Calvert, and they return it to the 10.
See, and that goes back to Carmel. I mean, a situation, they know finally they've got Center Grove where they want them. They're going to have to throw the football. They're uncomfortable throwing the football. They don't like to throw the football, and they blitz them. They blitz they crisscross their linebackers up through the middle, and nobody go unblocked, and Calvert gets the ball knocked away from him. They recover it, run it down to the 10.
John Kinney, linebacker going to Iowa, their stud defensive player, returns the fumble to the 10.
If you're Center Grove, you've really got to stand right here. You've got to make a defensive stand. At the worst, you have got to keep your team within two touchdowns. You have got to get them to kick a field goal, if nothing else.
Shotgun formation, running play up the middle, breaking some tackles.
Touchdown.
Very close to the end zone. No indication. Still no indication. Referees run to the spot of the football, and now it's touchdown. Chris Perkins, sophomore, scores. Referees wanted to get a closer look, and they make the indication. Touchdown, Carmel. It's now 30-14 Greyhounds. Things very silent here on the Center Grove sideline.
Well, when you're doing anything in a competitive atmosphere, I mean, putting your opponent in a situation where they're not comfortable, that's what you want to do. That's what defending is all about, as they kick the extra point up and through. You want to put them in a situation where they're not comfortable. I mean, obviously Center Grove not comfortable throwing the football 4th down and 11, and Carmel knows it and puts them in a very difficult situation.
31-14, Center Grove trails with 6:45 to play in tonight's Copper Kettle game. Honeywell is a Fortune 100 company that invents and manufactures technologies to address tough challenges linked to global macro trends such as safety, security, and energy. With approximately 132,000 employees worldwide, including more than 19,000 engineers and scientists, Honeywell has an unrelenting focus on quality, delivery, value, and technology in everything it makes and does. Find out more at honeywell.com. Injury for the Center Grove Trojans. Offensive lineman Sam Hayes being looked at here on the Center Grove sideline.
Carmel again kicking north to south, so they're kicking into just a little bit of a wind. Going this way, we've not had anybody get it into the end zone. Carmel calls a timeout. That's kind of a strange time to call a timeout on the kickoff.
Grafton Peak Catering in Greenwood is ready to serve you today. To learn more and to receive an estimate for your next catered function, contact Jason at 317-557-8377. Grafton Peak Catering is proud to be a sponsor of the Center Grove football program. Ella's Frozen Yogurt, located at the corner of Fairview and 135 behind Mike's Car Wash, has expanded. Ella's offers more seating, a bigger patio, and a party room. Ella's has 10 mouth-watering yogurt flavors and more than 80 toppings. The expanded patio is a great place to visit with friends after the game, and the newest attraction is a party room called Ella's Place. It's a great place to have private gatherings, team parties, or just a place to celebrate the big win. To reserve Ella's Place for your next special event, go to ellasfrozenyogurt.com and have swirls of fun at Ella's Frozen Yogurt. Center Grove needing a big return here. Again, they've got some speed guys back there, and Norris.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of pooch kicked this. They kicked it off to him.
Kicked it off, and it's going to go to the end zone. Nope, the 1. Hudson to the 15, hit at the 20, and taken down at the 21-yard line. So with 6:40 left to play, still time for the Trojans to make a run at it here late in the ball game.
Well, again, they're in a situation where they're not real comfy. When you look up and you're down, you're down 17, you're going to have to start moving the football. Luke needs to get them in and out of that huddle as quickly as possible, especially if you're going to keep running the football. And if you're going to pass the football, Carmel they're going to drop back and they're going to be looking to intercept that dude anytime they get a chance. So you're in a very difficult situation, to say the least.
Center Grove has not scored since the first quarter. Hats off to this Carmel defense. Calvert, play action, throws it, hits Wozniak for a first down. Calvert stood strong and tall in the pocket and delivered a strike for a first down.
Yeah, it was well thrown. I mean, he found his target, but he did have 4 guys around him. So Carmel obviously knows where he is. They know he's one of their main guys that Center Grove, Wozniak is their main target. So they're gonna let him get a 10-yard gain. They aren't gonna let him get much farther down the field.
11-yard pickup, and now to Vedeto, the split in, makes the catch. Another first down. 12 yards.
Center Grove needs to have that play in hand and ready to go. They need to be up there at the line, ready to go.
Clock stops momentarily to move the chains, and now they blow the whistle and it rolls. 6:20 to play.
I mean, they should have already snapped the football. They should have been at the line snapping the football instead of they're going to lose about 10 seconds here.
Ball at the Trojan 45. Hudson in motion. Calvert on the delayed handoff to Morris, and he is close to another first down. He's right at the Carmel 45-yard line. And, Ted, one thing we've learned, you never want to leave the Carmel Center Grove game early.
No. I mean,
just ask our good friend Rick Embry. Where did he go in 2008 late in that ball game?
He had to get those boys home to get them to bed.
And he actually flipped it on, listened to the Carmel radio station to get the final score, I do believe.
I'll bet they were dying over there.
New set of downs. Ball at the 45 in Carmel territory. Calvert under duress, and his pass is knocked down.
Yeah, at some point in time, Carmel, they know they're not really going to run the Center Grove's not going to run the football. They're going to start blitzing you. They're either going to drop 7 or 8 guys back and make it difficult to find an open spot, or they're going to start blitzing you.
Stops the clock, 5:43 to play in the fourth. 31-14, Carmel leads it. Center Grove has not scored since the opening quarter. Handoff. Max Norris cuts it up, gets to the 40.
Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds, stops the clock. 5:38 to play. 6 yards for the sophomore sensation, Max Norris.
I mean, Center Grove needs to get this football in the end zone as quickly as possible, then try to onside kick. Obviously, that's a play that is very memorable for the Center Grove fans in winning a state title.
3rd and 4. Morris has the first down and almost went for a big one. He tripped up, gets it to the 29. Stops the clock momentarily. Again, they're moving the chains. New set of downs for the Center Grove Trojans.
Be interesting to see if Carmel kind of changes the way they're doing things here. They're giving up some yardage right here. They just want Center Grove to continue to move the football and run the clock. But at some point in time, you've got to start playing defense again.
Handoff, Max Norris cuts it up. 25.
Should have went out of bounds.
Did not get out of bounds. He elected to go for extra yardage instead of running out of bounds.
At this point in time, the clock's more important than the extra yardage.
We have a whistle, injury on the field. It appears to be a Carmel player slow to get up. So that stops the clock at 5:09, so that is a help to the Center Grove Trojans. Could be cramps. Again, we saw Tyler Amaro go off the field for Center Grove with cramps. Very humid night. And now we see head coach Kevin Wright walk across the field to check out his injured player. Ted, I understand we have a young man listening to our broadcast tonight from Spain. He was an exchange student here at Center Grove last year. So a special hello to Pablo, listening from Spain tonight.
Wow.
Got fans all over the world. Trojan fans around the world. I've done Center Grove girls softball. We had listeners from Japan. How about that? State championship a few years back in 08. I guess I've been 09. Players still down here for the Carmel Greyhounds. Again, the clock right now, 5 minutes, 9 seconds here in the fourth quarter. 31-14, Center Grove down. It's a 3-possession lead for the Carmel Greyhounds.
This guy has not been moving much down on the sidelines. Finally, he's up at least in a sitting position. It looks like it's number 37.
Anthony Mazza, he's a junior defensive back.
Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. He's actually not moving like it's any of the extremities or anything, sprained ankle or any problems. Maybe he just got his bell rung a little bit over there on the sidelines. As long as he didn't get his helmet knocked off, though, he doesn't have to sit out a play. It's only if you get that helmet knocked off.
You like that new rule, don't you, Ted?
That's such a good rule,
Center Grove quickly to the line of scrimmage, ready to run the next play. I do believe once the whistle blows, the clock will wind. And here's the whistle. And there goes the clock. Down to 5 minutes in the ball game. Calvert fakes the handoff, rolls, passes, has Wozniak at the 5. He stretches out and doesn't quite get it to the end zone. He's down to the 1. A little premature with the fireworks. He's down to the 1. No touchdown. He's down to the 1. First and goal at the 1. A 20-yard reception. .458 to play. First and goal at the 1. Calvert under center. Calvert keeps it himself.
He's in.
Touchdown, Center Grove! 31-20. Center Grove within 11 points. Luke Calvert on a 1-yard quarterback keeper. Game not over. Ben Wheeler senior to kick the extra point. Low snap, good job by Buchanan to get it down on the block. And it is good. 31-21, 10-point lead now for Carmel. Ted, you ask a lot of a young man, Ben Wheeler, playing his first year of football. He punted for the first time tonight 3 times, done a great job. And now do you ask him to pull off a great onside kick?
I don't think there's any question. I think you have to. If you kick this ball away, Carmel's going to – Center Grove's defense since the second quarter has not been able to stop this team. I mean, whether it be passing the football, running the football, they've continued to move the chains, and that's what they're going to try to do, get a couple first downs and run the clock out. So I think you've got to kick it onside and try to come up with it.
For the Trojans, 9 plays and only a minute 48. Moving the ball 78 yards. Calvert, 1-yard touchdown run, makes it now 31-21. Trojans trail by 10. 4 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in tonight's Copper Kettle game.
Usually on this type of play, if you do have your team in there, you can see Carmel's got their good hands team is what they would call 88. You can see their best receiver, Roberts, he's up on the front line. And you usually try to have guys go block people. It's a little different than it used to be where you just send people downfield to blow people up. But we'll see.
They're going to overload it here to the left side. Wheeler preparing for the onside kick.
I thought that's a rule they had changed. That's too far.
He kicks it, bounced up, and it's going to be controlled by the Carmel Greyhounds.
In the pros, they changed that where you can only put like 5 or 6 guys. You can only put 5 or 6 guys on one side of the field as a flag goes up. Obviously, some type of a personal foul, somebody jacking their jaw out there.
It appeared to me it might have been Chris Root, Jr. for the Center Grove Trojans following the play. Dead ball foul against the Trojans.
Yeah, it is.
And it's offsetting. Offsetting. It goes against both teams, so it will be Carmel football at around the, 45, 44-yard line. Not a bad job by Wheeler again. He wanted to kind of hit it down hard on the turf and bounce it up, but it did take a nice hop for the Carmel Greyhounds, and they were able to field it cleanly.
Well, a lot of these Center Grove fans probably think that that's a pretty easy play to pull off because they remember in the state title, Center Grove pulled it off like 2 or 3 times. But if you were to look at the percentages in the pros, in college where they practice that and they work very, very hard at it, it is a very difficult play to pull off and to be successful. And that's why very few teams ever try it.
4:50 to play in the fourth. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds at the Greyhound 46. Handoff goes to the sophomore, and on his cut, he trips and falls. Otherwise, that one goes for big yardage. Chris Perkins picks up 5.
Well, you're going to have to do a better job on first down. I mean, he got 5 or 6 yards right there. You can't let them get a first down. I mean, they get a first down, and the clock's going to be down in the 2-minute range. You know, now we'll see if Carmel, as good a football team as they should be, they shouldn't be snapping this football until the clock is down under 5. You know, Center Grove jumped off sides. Same guy.
Yeah, second time tonight. Dallas has jumped offside.
That'll be a first down.
And that will be a Carmel first down. That's the second time tonight Center Grove has done it, where it's resulted in a first down for Carmel.
Well, and again, if you're Center Grove, you have to understand Carmel's not going to snap the football. You have to know they're not going to snap the football till 5. Know where you are situation in the football game. Dylan Dallas now twice as went off sides.
4:17 to play.
First down.
4:17 to play. First down. Ball now at the Trojan 44-yard line.
If I'm Carmel, I tell my line to stand up right here. I let that clock run.
There goes the game clock.
I don't snap that football until it's down under 4 minutes.
Down to 15 on the play clock. Looking to the sideline. Down to 10 on the play clock.
Center Grove looking for a turnover right here. You want to knock the football loose. Get your hands on it. Knock it loose.
3. Now they snap it. Hand off to Thompson, the fullback. Center Grove's done a great job tonight on Thompson. He's powerful, but you're right, Ted, does not possess much speed. It's Chris Perkins, the sophomore, that's been giving them fits tonight. And Donovan Bowling comes off.
Bad shoulder.
He has a bad right shoulder.
Looks
and
like he got hit.
a lot of pain.
And you know what? It wasn't a big hit. It was just one of those where he got popped just a little bit. and it looked like it's knocked his shoulder out of place. My one son used to have one of those that would pop out of place, and he'd have to pop it back in, and that's a painful deal right there, especially for a football player, because obviously you're getting hit, and it happens so often.
Again, that's Donovan Bowling, 6'2", 190, defensive back, senior. He's had a great start this year. Last year he played quite a bit at safety. This year moving to cornerback. He is down. He just was in so much pain he couldn't get off the field. He tried to, but could not. Stops the clock with 3:37 in the ball game. And now he's to his feet.
You can see him holding that shoulder. I know exactly what it is. It's just that shoulder pops out of place, and you got to have somebody work it and get it back into place. And it's a very, very painful thing.
No yardage on the carry for Thompson. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10. Center Grove continues to need to think about turnovers here. Get them to turn the football over.
Clock starts. Center Grove still with 2 timeouts remaining.
You have to know they're not going to snap this football for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, play clock down to 12.
Maybe when it gets to 5.
Yeah, they usually snap it inside 5 seconds on the play clock. They got it down to almost 5 seconds. Thompson again with the carry. This time he able to drag the pile across the 40, inside the 40. Ted, huge 3rd down.
Can't imagine that they would put it in the air right here. You can't take the chance of an incomplete pass and the clock stopping, because the clock is your biggest opponent right now. I mean, you want that clock to continue to run, and as long as you run the football, be very surprised if they pass.
3rd and 5. Ball at the Trojan 39-yard line, down to 6 on the play clock. 2:35 on the game clock. They hand it off to Thompson, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down. He got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yep.
Sears on the tackle along with Drew Ponder.
And a lot of people will say, well, now the clock stopped anyway. Well, you force Center Grove to use their timeouts right there, obviously, and that's a big deal. I mean, that's all part of the game and what you want for trying to force your opponent to do. So now they're going to punt it. They're going to punt it, try to get it down inside the 10-yard line, and you're going to make your opponent have to go 90 yards to get a touchdown. So that's all part of the strategy late in the game when you got the lead.
Center Grove and Carmel will hook up tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with the junior varsity and freshman football games. And Ted, hopefully Isaac won't play too much havoc with the fans and players tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nasty Saturday and Sunday, and even they're saying possibly all the way through Tuesday. And Rick and I were talking about it, and it's usually they can give you a pretty good range of how much it's going to rain. I mean, they're saying 2 to 6 inches. That's a pretty wide range right there. I mean, we're not talking a half inch to 3/4, 2 to 6 inches. I mean, wow.
Ted, college football tomorrow. Hoosiers take on the Sycamores, right? Is that tomorrow night? 6 o'clock.
Rick says, yeah.
Of course, Nick Stoner, former Trojan, playing for the Hoosiers, wide receiver. And, of course, Tanner Riley, former Trojan, also playing for the Sycamores.
4th down, they are not in punting situation.
They're going to go for it. Lamping wants to pass, and he completes it for the 1st down. Does his man stay in bounds, or he stepped out of bounds, which helps the Center Grove Trojans, but that stops the clock at 2:23, and Lamping makes a brilliant pass, finds his receiver, that's Danny Dunn.
Well, the situation there is they obviously have a lot of confidence in what their players can do, and they really don't want to give the football back to a pretty good, offensive football team that showed that they could move the football down the field. Center Grove moved it down, able to score, so now they got 4 more downs to cut that clock in half.
The only mistake was he stepped out of bounds, and now some nifty running moves. I believe that was Perkins again. Oh, that's going to be Jack Thompson.
Yeah, that was Thompson.
Sorry. 10 yards for Thompson. I just thought the way that the running back was moving that might have been more Perkins. Thompson more of a straight-ahead runner, but that time he's able to sidestep a few tacklers.
Down to 2:15. I mean, you're going to be down in the 150s before they snap the football right here.
Some of the Center Grove fans starting to file out here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Center Grove back in action next Friday night on the road against Terre Haute North. Ted and I will make that long trek over to Terre Haute. Once a year that we make that. Actually, this year, Ted, I'll have to make it 2 days in a row. I got to go back there for my son's freshman game Saturday morning.
Yeah, I've been there. And
maybe I should just spend the night. What do you think?
Sounds like that's what I would probably do, yeah.
Broadcast the game on Friday night, spend the night, and watch the freshman game the next morning. Maybe a good way to go. Clock continues to run down to 90 seconds in tonight's ball game. 2nd and 6, ball at the Trojan 16. The Greyhounds will just run this clock out.
Eric probably not going to call timeouts there. He's got one timeout left, but he's down 10. They're in a situation, 2nd down. You're probably just going to see the clock run here.
Thompson again carrying the football and
another first down.
Gets another first down, so that's going to
that'll do it.
Again, Center Grove looked great in the first quarter, led 14-7, but did not score in the second and third quarters, and scored once here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, I think this is a Center Grove team that continues to get better. I mean, obviously their backs. Max Norris is a young guy, and Luke has only been quarterbacking now into his third game, so he's getting better. He's throwing the football better. So this is a situation that's going to make them better. They put the knee down in the victory formation for Carmel, but this is also Eric Moore's going to tell him. He won't tell him out on the field, but in that locker room, you can tell him. He said there's 3 important games in this conference, and every once in a while you're going to have to start winning them. I mean, when you play Carmel or you play Ben Davis or you play Warren Central, you got to start winning some of those games if you expect to compete for state titles. And it's time for Center Grove to start winning some of those games. This was a winnable game tonight, and they just kind of let it get away.
Yeah, Carmel's now going to win 5 straight times against the Center Grove Trojans, and that's the final kneel down. Final score tonight, 31-21. The Carmel Greyhounds with a 10-point win over the Center Grove Trojans. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll have the post-game show and our Center Grove player of the game. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Whether you are looking for a low-maintenance community in a luxurious wooded setting, such as Sycamore Ridge, the breathtaking views and rolling landscapes of Kensington Grove, the gently rolling hills and convenience of Calvert Farms, the intimate luxury setting of Claiborne, site of the 2006 Homerama, or the private gated communities of Persimmon Woods or Whitetail Woods, Duke Homes has a community to fit your needs. For information about all that Duke Homes and Duke Communities have to offer, visit dukehomes.com.
Welcome back to Ray Skillman Stadium. One last time tonight, Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell with you. Final score, number 1, Carmel defeats number 3, Center Grove, 31-21. Ted, all in all, a pretty good football game tonight. I know the Trojan fans wanted to see a Center Grove win tonight, but it was a pretty darn good football game tonight.
Well, I think it was very entertaining. 2 well put together football teams, and that they have a tremendous amount of patience. They're very well prepared. I mean, Eric Moore has always done a tremendous job. That's where he is way ahead of the pack most of the time in his preparedness. But Kevin Wright does the same type of thing. His team is very well prepared. They know what you want to do in certain situations. But it was an outstanding football game. You look up and you think that Carmel dominated the game when you look at the score, but they really didn't. I mean, Center Grove was dominating in the first half. Carmel able to put 7 points on with 1.8 seconds left in the half to take the lead, and then they got a couple things going in the second half, and it was tough for Center Grove trying to come back. But still, a good Center Grove football team, very young, and a lot of growing opportunities here as they start playing in the MIC Conference.
Ted, a lot of great contributors tonight for the Center Grove Trojans, but first 2 games we went with players of the game on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Let's pick out a defensive guy. How about Mario Swan? 11 tackles tonight for Mario.
Yeah, and I thought he did an outstanding job. Number 5 out on the field. He was very well prepared. He was having to go against the best athlete on the field. Roberts was an outstanding wide receiver. He's got a big career in front of him. I think that's a name that you're going to be hearing from. I thought Mario Swan did an outstanding job, put some big hits on him, and played an outstanding game for Center Grove.
Ted, next week, Center Grove's got to bounce back, get ready for its first conference road game of the season, making that long trip over to Terre Haute North.
Yeah, there are certain games in the MIC that are must-wins, and when you go to play the Terre Haute teams, those are must-wins because obviously when you play the teams like Carmel, Ben Davis, Warren Central, you're doing everything you can to just try and stay alive. So this is a game that is a must-win. You got a good week of practice here. Obviously, probably not going to get much done this weekend with all the rain. You're going to have a little bit of a short week with Labor Day, but a team that I'm sure you'll see very well prepared and ready to go when you see them in Terre Haute next week.
Ted, enjoy your holiday weekend, and we will see you in Terre Haute next Friday.
Stay dry this weekend.
Tonight's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt, executive producer Matt Murray, game spotter Rick Embry, and statistician John Moore. Special thanks to Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt and head football coach Eric Moore, and Carmel Athletic Director Jim Inskeep and head football coach Kevin Wright for their help with tonight's broadcast. Once again, the Center Grove Trojans fall to the Carmel Greyhounds 31-21. Center Grove now falling to 2-1 overall and 0-1 in conference play. Carmel improving to 3-0 overall and 1-0 in the conference. The Trojans are at Terre Haute North for their first conference road game of the season Friday night at 7 o'clock. Carmel hosts Terre Haute South for a league game Friday night at 7:30. Until Friday night, this is Kevin Conrad for Ted Kitchell saying good night, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.